Welcome along to the 20th anniversary of Rally Italia Sardegna. This picturesque location will be the backdrop for the next 4 days here in Alghero. Now, do not let this picturesque scenery fool you. This is a rough and rugged rally. The challenges ahead are absolutely enormous. The Mediterranean coastline just glistening there as the sun begins to set. Molly Pettit alongside me. Molly, you've got a busy afternoon ahead of you, or evening ahead of you. She's going to be on the start ramp all the way through until about 9:30 tonight, talking to every single driver that's going to run this rally.
Just over 50 drivers and a couple of team principals in there, so there's going to be a lot of people to talk to tonight. And it's weird because it's Thursday evening, and usually we've had a shakedown and some other things on a Thursday evening, so a bit of a different event this weekend.
Yeah, well, what Molly's talking about is a different setup this weekend. So we've got the start ramp. This is where it all begins. It signifies the start of the rally, but in fact, shakedown will not start until 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, local time, of course. Check your clocks around the world to see what time that is, but it's 8 local time tomorrow morning. Then the first of the stages runs at 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and then we've got them coming thick and fast through the afternoon. 4 stages tomorrow afternoon. Yeah,
it's so busy for them, you know, to get through shakedown, make those final checks. If anything happens, anything big happens, it's going to be quite a rush to get everything ready. And of course, they want to prepare, you know, the drivers, co-drivers want to go through those videos, want to go through those notes, and they're going to have a very compressed amount of time to do that, and then straight into the rally.
Well, I was saying, don't let this picturesque scenery fool you. You and me both know exactly how the weather can change here as well. Last year, we were standing at the Wolf Power stage in the absolute pouring rain, watching Thierry Neuville stand on top of the car and take yet another victory here. But Molly, it may be a compact rally. It may be 16 stages. It's still 266 kilometres out there. It's a difficult old rally.
It's a very difficult rally. You said it at the beginning. It's tough and rough, and it will be a hard job for Thierry Neuville first on the road tomorrow afternoon. He's got a job there. You know, he found it, I guess, a little bit easier in Portugal. Here, you know, it should be a lot more cleaning for him there tomorrow afternoon. So let's see what he can do. But, you know, they have the advantage, Hyundai, now. They're out front in the Manufacturers' Championship by only 4-5 points. And he's out front in the Drivers' Championship. Yeah. So, you know, he's got that confidence, and Hyundai have gone really well here before. So,
well, now that you mentioned Portugal, should we take a look back and see exactly what happened at our last round?
Another rally, another victory, another record for the irrepressible Sebastian Ogier. WRC win number 60, his 6th in Portugal, so becoming the most successful driver at this most famous of events. All in all, a satisfying return to tough terrain.
I knew coming here it was a long time for me not competing on gravel since September last year in Greece, so I was not 100% sure I would be straight away in the rhythm. And actually the beginning of the race was a bit challenging for me. I was not feeling 100% in the car, and yeah, lacking a little bit of pace, but still we managed to stay in the fight, and it was an intense weekend in the cockpit where we had to give everything up to the end, but that's a nice way to celebrate a win when it's like this, when it's with coming after a big fight, let's say.
An intense weekend with a succession of talking points and rally leaders. Quickest away on Friday morning, Ogier's Toyota teammate, Takamoto Katsuta. The upwardly mobile Japanese star winning the opening stage, leader after the morning loop. Danny Sordo on his first outing of the season for Hyundai, posting 3 quickest times on Friday, but unable to make any impression on the front runners. Kalle Rovanperä quickest, second run through Arganil, stage 8, by which time he had assumed the lead. One stage later, the end of Friday, the world champion was heading a Toyota 1-2-3. Just a second ahead of Sébastien Ogier. Despite a few problems on board his Yaris, comms and hybrid issues, no serious loss of time though. Championship leader Thierry Neuville ending Friday in 6th place, but less than 19 seconds off the lead on a day when road sweeping hadn't proved such a burden for the early runners.
Yeah, it was surprising. I think I almost never seen in my career such a constant condition on gravel, which basically didn't make any difference if you were first or last. I think you had the chance to be fast. It was just depending about who is driving best, and that's the kind of condition I love, because for me that's what sport is about, trying to fight in fairness. So yeah, on our side, some small issue. Yeah, we lost the intercom end of the loop Friday morning. Didn't cost too much time, luckily, because I knew quite well the stage, so maybe 2 seconds in there. And the hybrid in the afternoon, which maybe cost a bit more. But yeah, all in all, in this moment, we managed to hold our nerves and like I say, stayed in the fight all the time.
Saturday, 3 different leaders so far was about to become 4. Montin, the second stage, Kalle Rovanperä, having extended his overnight lead in the first stage, coming to an abrupt halt. A rare off for the champ, a rogue pace note, he said. The champ out, quickly followed in Amarante by Takamoto Katsuta. 2 podium-placed Toyotas out in as many stages.
Unfortunately, a lot of events happened on Saturday morning from our team side. Lost Kalle in the second stage, Taka in the third one. Of course, in this moment, it never felt positive for us, as we, first of all, enjoy every fight, but also on the team side, it was not good at all. I had extra pressure on my shoulder to don't do any mistakes, because it would have been otherwise a complete disaster weekend for Toyota. So, yeah, but straight away, then it turned out to be another fight against Oit, as the gap was super close between us. So there was no any time to relax this weekend.
Tanak by now in the groove and on a charge in his Hyundai i20, swapping the lead with Ogier on Saturday morning. The Estonian's progress halted in the morning's final test though, stage 13, collecting a slow puncture, dropping some 13 seconds. Unlucky. The 2 former champions then putting on a show in the afternoon, sharing stage wins. Ogier blisteringly quick second pass through Amarante, 11.9 seconds faster than Tanak. And that would be the gap between the 2 as provisional points were allocated at the end of a thrilling day's action.
I'm glad that we managed to push on some stages where I felt really good in the car and really then push the limit, but also accepting some others that maybe I was not at my best and losing a bit of ground. But I hold my nerves one more time, and yeah, at the end I think it was the key to our success this weekend.
Ogier a fraction under 12 seconds ahead going into Sunday, immediately extending that to 18 seconds fastest in the opening stage. Super Sunday though dominated again by Hyundai stars Oit Tanak and Thierry Neuville. Taking advantage of the WRC's new scoring system on the final day, Tanak quickest overall through the final 4 stages, second fastest through the FAF power stage to claim 11 out of a possible 12 bonus points. Similar story for championship leader Neuville, second quickest overall through the stages, fastest through the infamous FAF power stage. The Belgian then also banking 11 Super Sunday points. Sébastien Ogier happy to fly over Faf's famous finish en route to WRC win number 60. And that 6th Rally Portugal success, eclipsing Marco Elein's 5 wins at the event. The records just keep tumbling.
I always say that it's not the reason I'm here, but I mean, of course I enjoy it, and I'm proud of those numbers. I'm not sure what the future holds for me, and if I will come back again here or not, but at least nobody will ask me when I'm going to beat this record in Portugal. Now since 2017, this question was coming very often, and yeah, 60 is also something special. Remember that everything started there also for us 14 years ago with our first win. So it's nice to see that in these 14 years we achieved 60 wins.
Sébastien Ogier taking the honours in Portugal once again, 7.9 seconds ahead of Ott Tänak. The Estonian actually taking more points from the weekend, courtesy of that strong run on Sunday, 26 points, one more than rally winner Ogier. Thierry Neuville with a healthy 24 points. So plenty of positives to take from Portugal, but not for everyone. Elfyn Evans losing ground in the title race after a weekend to forget, underlined by an unfortunate sequence of events on Friday. Co-driver Scott Martin resorting to his phone to call the notes after inadvertently leaving his pace nose behind at a stop control. Mild panic ensuing ahead of the second pass through Guiche. Subsequent tyre damage rubbing salt into the wounds. You had to feel for the Toyota pair. Evans' problems, good news for Thierry Neuville. The Belgian extending his lead in the championship from 6 points to 24. Evans still second, now just 7 points ahead of Ott Tänak. He's up to third thanks to his first podium of the season. M Sport's Adrien Fourmeau on 71 points. That's one more than Sébastien Ogier. All change in the team's championship. That double podium for Hyundai sees them overtake Toyota in the standings. Now 4 points ahead. 219 plays 215. M Sport Ford on 110 after the opening 5 rounds.
Well, there we have it, exactly what happened in Portugal. Now, Molly, it was an incredibly eventful Portugal. You were at the stage ends, and I mean, 1 minute it was Calais leading, the next minute it was Thierry, the next minute it was Ogier. It couldn't have changed hands more times if it had tried.
And I think the biggest shock for everyone was our current world champion, who crashed out in the way that he did, and this big battle as well with Seb Ogier and Ott Tänak, and it was just great from start to finish. The entertainment was just there for all of us to watch it unfold, and we also had drama and a big battle in WRC too, so it wasn't just the top guys, it was running through all categories.
And absolutely huge drama in WRC 2, which saw the first Spaniard take a WRC 2 victory of Jan Solers. You were there, and there's this amazing picture of Molly with like the biggest grin, because it was just such a momentous occasion. All right, well, just to give you an idea of the Drivers' Championships of WRC 2, Johan Russell sits with 53 points ahead of Oliver Solberg, 43 points, Nicolai Greisen with 40, then it's Nicholas Seaman with 36. The man we were talking about, Jan Solers, now with 33 points. He's ahead of Pepe Lopez because he gets a win. They are equal on points. Larry Una in 7th, Gus Greensmith in 8th, and then it's Georg Linnemar who finishes up in 10th. But an immense battle in WRC 2 every time we come out, particularly the man at the top at the moment, Johan Russell, always putting on a show. Oliver Solberg here this weekend, but not scoring points, but he can score points in the overall category as well, so he's got something at least to play for.
Yeah, he does, and he's here to gain that experience. And Nicolai Greisen, also a quick driver, but not scoring driver points this weekend. It gets a little bit more complicated when they can pick and choose their events in WRC 2, but what we do know is it will be a fierce battle in that category again, like Portugal.
Yeah, well, if you're wondering where me and Molly are now, well, we've moved down from our sort of scenic harbour view to right into the mix of it, because Bex Williams will be here shortly doing Meet the Crews. She's going to be talking to all of the drivers on the stage. Then Molly's going to take over on that stage and be speaking to the 50 drivers that are coming through that start ramp and starting at the rally tomorrow. And Molly, not forgetting the juniors are here as well this weekend. They've had 2 outings. It's Robert Jurgensen that's leading the pack at the moment, but if ever there was an eventful sort of situation, it's the juniors.
It's amazing, and I love it. We have this group, this chat group, where we get information about the juniors during the weekend, and it is just like on fire the whole weekend with so many eventful things happening.
Well, as we mentioned, Robert Jurgensen is at the top there with 55 points. Taylor Gill in 3rd with 25 points. Norbert Meyer in 4th with 19 points. Eamon Kelly in 5th there with 15 points. So that's how it's looking. Diego Dominguez, not such a promising start there, down in 10th with 10 points, but it all could change. And remember also, each one of those drivers, if they get a stage win, pick up additional points for a stage win. So it really is every moment counting in that junior category.
Yeah, and it will be a tough one for them with those cars out here in Sardinia. And I think it's great also to see the FIA rally star drivers like Robert Jurgensen leading the championship at the moment, getting this great opportunity through the FIA.
Okay, well, out the corner of my eye, I can see Bex Williams with Cyril Abiteboul. She's marching towards the stage, so we will hand over to that in just a second. It's Rich Milner, Cyril Abiteboul. It looks like Maciek Vuda is over there as well, of course, representing the juniors. So without further ado, I think it's probably about appropriate that I hand over to Bex. There might be a little moment of silence as she picks up, but we'll hand over now so she can welcome those team bosses onto the podium. Well, we've got all of the fans out here waiting. So yeah, we're going to hand over to Bex.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rally d'Italia Sardegna and welcome to our first Meet the Crew session of the weekend. We are going to be hearing from our support category drivers and our P1 drivers as well. But first of all, we're going to start with our team representatives. Representing the Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally team, we would like to invite to the stage Cyril Abiteboul. Representing M Sport Ford, we would like to welcome Rich Milner. Representing the Junior WRC, the Championship Manager, Maciek Vuda. And hopefully we will be joined by Jari-Matti Latvala and Terenzio Testoni from Pirelli shortly. Welcome to you all, guys. What a beautiful evening to kickstart an event. Cyril, let's turn to you first. How are you feeling heading into an event where your star driver, our championship leader, Thierry Neuville, is going to be first on the road? It's going to be a tough job for him out there.
Yeah, that's obviously what we expect, but so were we expecting also in Portugal, and yet he managed to do pretty well there. So I'm not assuming that it's going to be the same. We can never do that in the world of rally. We know that we should expect the unexpected. But still, I think that there is obviously a good mood when you're leading on both championships, that you know that you have two drivers that can really have a go, and we've got Mr. Danny Sord also back here in action, and he loves the place. So and we all love the place, so I think the vibe is good, and so let's see what can happen.
Bene, quindi Cyril Abiteboul dice che per Thierry Neuville sarà sicuramente più difficile perché parte per primo in quanto leader del mondiale, quindi dovrà aprire il rally domani, ma l'ha già fatto in Portogallo, quindi non vede questa difficoltà ed è felice che sia tornato qui a Rally Italia Sardegna anche Danny Sordo, che ha sempre fatto bene, è un rally che gli piace.
Rich, let's have a chat with you. Oh, hello, let's welcome to the stage Jari-Matti Latvala. Nice run, Jari-Matti, nice run. Rich, let's talk about your competitors here this weekend. Adrien Fourmeau, Gregoire Munster, of course. Let's chat about Adrien first, because he's shown this season that not only is he a force to be reckoned with, but he's a pretty funny character as well out there. How's he going to do this weekend, do you think?
I asked him earlier, I said, which film have you watched between the last rally and this one? He has something planned. I have no idea, so it will be fun to watch.
Bene, siamo curiosi di vedere cosa combinerà Adrien Fourmeau, perché Bex gli ha chiesto che non è soltanto un pilota che va forte, ma anche un pilota che ha carattere, quindi lui dice andiamo a vedere cosa succederà.
What do you think he can do out there, though, this weekend? Because, as I mentioned, he has shown how competitive he is. He's really put himself in the championship fight, Rich.
Yeah, I think we have quite a good road position. A certain Sebastian just behind us, so he has maybe a slightly better one, but, you know, I think Adrien has a very good opportunity if he can show the pace he's shown at the first half of the season over the course of the event, and we continue to keep our reliability good, then there's a good opportunity, and there'll be nothing better than being able to jump in that harbour on Sunday again, but we'll have to see.
Bene, sicuramente è nelle sue corde la possibilità di fare bene. Adrien che ha mostrato un buon passo, soprattutto nella prima parte della stagione, parte con una buona posizione di partenza, però siamo vicino a Sébastien Ogier, quindi per lui sarà tutto da agguantare questo rally.
Thank you very much, Rich. Maciek, let's turn to you in the middle. The Junior Championship returns to Sardinia, and we've seen some incredible battles so far this year. First and foremost, what's been your impression of your young drivers this season?
I think this year in Junior WRC we see a lot of surprises because the drivers that were expected to be leading the championship are not leading the championship, but the newcomers are actually leading. The Rally Star, two Rally Star drivers are actually at the top two. What we're going to see in Sardinia, for sure, a lot of action, a lot of competition, a lot of drama, I guess, because that's always what we see in Sardinia. But I hope we'll have a very happy crew at the end of the season. Then, obviously, yeah, no issues for the others and just good fight.
Bene, quello che ci aspettiamo dai ragazzi dello Junior è sicuramente una bella battaglia, probabilmente ci sarà anche qualche problematica perché lui parla di dramma, in Sardegna è sempre molto difficile, alla partenza di questo campionato non si aspettava che i leader fossero gli equipaggi che sono ora in testa alla classifica, però è sicuramente un bel movimento che fa ben sperare.
You mentioned two Rally Star, FIA Rally Star drivers leading there. How important has that program been, do you feel?
It's a great program because it shows that there are actually people around the world that, you know, are getting a chance to be in the World Rally Championship, and it pays back. And we were here actually 1 year ago, just before Rally Sardinia, having a training camp with those guys. And I have to be honest, I was scared thinking that some of them will be in Junior WRC following season because it was maybe so bad is not the right word, but it was not great, okay? And the work that has been done and the work that has been put into the program and into those people is amazing, and it pays back. And to see two of them now leading the Junior WRC, it's a great achievement from the team behind it, but mainly, to be honest, from the drivers and co-drivers.
È un grande successo per il programma Rally Star che è partito proprio l'anno scorso, qui ne parlavamo in Sardegna. Avevo anche un po' di paura nel mettere questi equipaggi a lottare nel mondiale, il fatto che siano lì nelle posizioni che contano, paga soprattutto il lavoro che è stato fatto da parte del team e dagli organizzatori del programma.
Thank you very much, Maciek. We'll turn to Terenzio now from Pirelli. Welcome home, Terenzio, to the island of Sardinia. It's a tough weekend out there for crews, for cars, for tyres, but it's a great event here in Sardinia. What are the teams and crews expecting out there this weekend?
Oh, okay. This year Sardinia will be even more difficult, especially because we have the new format of the rally. The rally is, is shorter not only on stage, but we have 3 days everything, but also will be really, really challenging for everybody because we should take care of the tire because everybody has to do the second pass with the same tire from the morning. So for sure in the morning they need to think about the choice for the second pass. So that will be really, really difficult for everybody.
And in Italiano?
In italiano.
Okay.
Facciamo un applauso a Terenzo Tessoni che arriva da Tula, ragazzi.
Allora, prima cosa sono un po' emozionato perché sono sardo, sono di Tula e per me sono a casa, diciamolo così. No, allora, quello che dicevo che il Rally Sardegna per la prima volta l'organizzatore ha accettato la sfida da parte della FIA, del WRC Promoter, di fare un rally molto compatto. Questo cosa ha portato? Ha portato appunto che le macchine purtroppo escono la mattina e tornano alla sera dalle prove speciali, ma soprattutto tutti dovranno utilizzare gli stessi pneumatici sia del mattino che al pomeriggio, e sappiamo che il pomeriggio le condizioni delle strade sono molto, molto dure per tutti, e questo vuol dire comunque avere una gestione dei pneumatici importante, che è quello che poi porterà al successo della gara. Perciò ci sarà tanta attenzione sui pneumatici, ma soprattutto sulla gestione dei pneumatici.
Grazie.
Thanks.
Jari-Matti, let's turn to you now. We'll permit you a late check-in on the Meet the Crew stage. Talk to me about your hopes for the team on this event. It's going to be the Toyota fight back after Portugal, and even though you took the honours there, it was Hyundai that moved into the Manufacturers' Championship lead. How's it going to go this time around, Jari-Matti?
First of all, I'm sorry that I was late, but thank you for your acceptance. Very delighted about that. It's great to be in Sardinia. It's always an event which actually I always enjoyed it in the past as a driver. But it's a tough event. And coming to this event, we haven't been the strongest. Hyundai has been actually a very strong record here, taking many victories. But I would say that I'm full of fighting spirit. and I try to make sure our drivers are full of fighting spirit. But Friday is going to be very crucial because of the tire wear. I think the stage called Terku, new kilometers, a new section, one of the hardest stages for the tire. Who can manage the tires is, I think, in a big role already on Friday.
Beh, parto dalla fine, dice che sarà cruciale la giornata di venerdì perché bisognerà davvero scegliere bene gli pneumatici, quindi fare attenzione. E poi dice, beh, fino ad ora non siamo stati i migliori qui in Sardegna perché ci sono altri, tipo la Hyundai che ha vinto 6 volte nelle ultime 8 edizioni, questo lo dico io, e però siamo qui per dare il meglio e per lottare. Questo comunque è un rally che ci piace moltissimo e che è molto molto difficile.
Guys, thank you very much for your time here at Meet the Cruise. Have a brilliant weekend here in Sardinia. Cyril Abiteboul, Rich Milliner, Maciek Voda, Terenzio Testoni and Jari Matti Latvala, everyone. Okay, we're going to move on now then, everyone, and speak to our support category drivers. We would like to welcome to the stage, representing WRC2, Roberto Dapra, Josh McAlean, Jan Solans, and representing the Junior WRC, WRC3, Diego Dominguez and Max Smart.
Hey, hola, how are you?
Welcome to you all, guys. Good to see you on Good Spirits. Jan Solans, let's talk to you first. You had an epic victory in WRC2 just a few weeks ago in Portugal. A brilliant fight with a man at your side there, Josh McAlean. How are you feeling heading into Rally Sardinia? Is 2 in a row possible, Jan?
Yes, the battle with Josh in Portugal, I think that it was the best training for Rally Sardinia. Here, the competition will be really tough also, as you can see the entry list. There are big names in it, so we will need to push hard again and let's see what happens.
Bene, Portogallo ha portato a casa una vittoria epica perché è stata la sua prima vittoria in assoluto e la prima vittoria anche per la nuova Toyota GR Yaris Rally 2. Ho lottato moltissimo con Joshua che è qui seduto vicino a me, però oltre a lui ci sono tanti nomi che brillano nella start list del WRC 2, quindi sarà una grande battaglia.
Josh, I think everyone was really delighted to watch that battle between you both. You walked away with second position there. It was so close, though, right down to the final stage. Can you bring it this weekend? Do you feel that, like Jan said, it was good training for this event?
Yeah, without doubt it was good training. A battle like that there always helps us as young drivers to progress. It's honestly a good step forward for us in our career. And yeah, we're back in Sardinia 2 weeks later and we're ready to fight.
Bene, anch'io dico che è stato comunque un bel allenamento la battaglia con Jan Solans, che non mi ha permesso di vincere, però mi ha permesso di migliorare, quindi per noi ragazzi giovani, piloti giovani, è importante fare esperienza e cercare di arrivare alla prima posizione. Faremo lo stesso qui in Sardegna.
You're still friends though, right? Yes. Even though there's a rivalry between you now. That's good, that's good.
Sono ancora amici comunque nonostante la battaglia all'ultimissima PS. Facciamo un bel applauso davvero a Jan Solans e Joshua McAlean.
Let's turn our attention to the Italian on the stage right now. It's Roberto Dapra. Roberto, has been the big step up this year. WRC2 is where we've seen you. How do you feel your season has gone so far, and how much are you looking forward to competing at your home event?
Yeah, first thing I want to say thank you to everybody because it's a really big opportunity for me. This is my first year in the WRC2 with the Rally 2 car also. So we need to do the race with the brain. We need to do as more kilometers as we can and enjoy, of course. And yeah, we want to do to improve, to learn the car, the setups, and watch the stages because it will be very tricky, I think.
It will be. Is there any extra pressure for you being on Italian soil as well, or not?
Yeah, a bit, but it's a big pleasure to drive there with the AC Team Italia on the suite. So yeah, very happy for for this, and so thankful to the ICI, to Pirelli, and to all the people that give me this incredible opportunity.
In Italiano?
Yes. È la gara di casa, sarà sicuramente molto difficile perché le prove sono difficili e questo è il mio primo anno nel campionato del mondo e anche il primo anno con la Rally 2 con la Skoda. Sarà molto difficile perché le prove sono davvero insidiose, quindi il mio obiettivo è fare i più chilometri possibili per arrivare più pronto l'anno prossimo e quindi sarà una gara sicuramente da affrontare con molta testa, però sicuramente ci sarà da divertirsi tanto. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roberto. Let's turn to you, Mr. Smart, Max Smart, part of the FIA Rally Star program, part of the Junior WRC this year. 1 year ago, you were here with FIA Rally Star. 1 year on, how do you feel now that you've had some rallies in the junior category? How do you feel it's gone, Max?
Honestly, Bex, it's been amazing. And yeah, it feels like a sort of homecoming coming back to Sardinia here, as this is where we had our training camp, as you mentioned, last year. So yeah, 1 year later, a few rallies in the belt, and it's incredible to be here. Honestly, it's a dream to be in the Junior World Rally Championship, so I'm very happy.
Per me è un vero sogno essere qui, fare parte del campionato del Junior WRC e di questo programma della Rally Star che mi ha permesso di sognare in quest'anno e mi ha permesso di essere qui. È davvero un sogno.
Last year when you were here, you heard from all the drivers, you saw how difficult it was out on the stages. You've now been out there, you've wrecked, you'll compete yourself. How tough is it going to be, Max?
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a challenging rally. And yeah, coming from the last rally I did on the tarmac of Croatia, it's something super different, but I'm ready for the challenge and I'm keen for what's ahead.
Beh, vengo dall'ultimo rally, il rally della Croazia, che è un rally completamente differente perché per loro questo è il primo rally su sterrato del campionato, quindi un rally completamente differente, sarà molto difficile ma non vedo l'ora di iniziare.
Thank you very much, Max. Diego Dominguez, let's turn to you now. Always big smile from you, Diego, as it should be. Tell me how you're feeling about this event, because as I've mentioned, it is one of the demanding events on the championship calendar, and it's been a tough fight this year in the junior category. How are you feeling ahead of it all? Ooh, try Max's. There we go.
Now?
Yeah, there we go. Let's hope that's the only technical problem this weekend, huh?
I hope so.
Let's hope so.
Definitely, it's been a very tough competition this year in juniors. A lot of very fast drivers. And yeah, as you said, this is one of the most difficult rallies of the year, but also one of my favorites. I really enjoyed here. I like the service area in front of the sea, all the boats. So yeah, also the stages are rough, but very nice as well. Very technical, difficult, but yeah, I really like it. I'm looking forward for the rally to start, and yeah, can't wait to get on my car already.
Bene, Diego Dominguez, farei un applauso, ha detto che adora il Rally Italia Sardegna, gli piace il service che è unico al mondo tra le banchine di Via Garibaldi, è un rally, come diceva Beck, sicuramente molto difficile, forse il più difficile del campionato, ci sono le rocce, quindi è un rally molto molto competitivo, però sono felicissimo di essere qua.
What is it going to take this weekend, though, to be on the top step of the podium in the junior category? Because, as I mentioned, it is so competitive this year.
So maybe 99% pace and then 1% luck.
Bene, che cosa quindi serve per essere nella top 3, comunque nelle parti alte della classifica di questo campionato? Dice il 99%, quindi bisogna avere il passo e poi però l'1% bisogna avere anche un po' di fortuna.
Guys, we wish you the best of luck out there this weekend, and hopefully some of you might be jumping in that harbour at the end of it if you get your wins. Ladies and gentlemen, our support category drivers, thank you guys. Roberto Dapper, Josh McAlee and Jan Solens, Max Smart and Diego Dominguez. Okay, everyone, we're going to be moving on to our WRC crews in a moment or two. They're just getting themselves together and we'll be able to welcome them to the stage. We have already caught up, of course, with our team principals already and our support category drivers ahead of what is going to be a really demanding weekend here at Rally Italia Sardegna. Always huge support from the crowds out there, which the drivers love to see. So thank you very much for that, everyone.
Quindi manca davvero poco per l'ultimo Meet the Crew che ha come protagonisti i piloti del mondiale, del WRC. Li stiamo vedendo, vediamo che c'è, you can see some of one, maybe sta arrivando, deve arrivare soltanto Adrien Formò, ma tra un po' saranno qui.
Okay, everyone, we'd like to welcome then our WRC crews to the stage. Our championship leader and representing the Hyundai Shell Mobis World Rally team, we'd like to welcome Thierry Neuville. Representing the Toyota Gazoo Racing World Rally team, we would like to welcome Elvin Evans. And they will be joined shortly by Adrien Formaux. He's running just a little bit late, but he'll be here in a couple of minutes. Sit wherever you want to, boys. It's fine with me. How are we feeling ahead of this event then, Mr. Neuville? Because you have had great success on the island of Sardinia over the years. It's an island that has been very kind to you and you have loved it back. You feeling in a good space right now? Ooh. Try the other mic.
Test, yeah, now it's working. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously I was feeling well up until this morning when I went to Recce, the first stage of the rally. Usilo Tergo, which, yeah, 2 years back was much less gravel on the road, and even while opening the road, you could have been quite fast, but getting there this morning, seeing the conditions, immediately my level of joy went down quite a lot, and yeah, since it never came back.
Bene, devo dire che sono felice di essere qui, però dopo aver fatto le ricognizioni diciamo che non sono così gasato perché le condizioni sono veramente molto difficili. È chiaro che arrivo qui da leader, in Sardegna ho sempre fatto dei buoni risultati, però vediamo come saranno le condizioni.
How about your level of joy when you saw that stage, Elvin? Was it the same as Thierry? Because he's obviously first on the road, you're not. Was your level of joy a little bit higher, maybe?
Maybe a little bit higher than his, but yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you know, one of the worst rallies on the calendar for the cleaning effect, like we know, but, you know, nothing we can do about it. We have to get on with it the best we can.
Sì, sono un po' più contento di Thierry, ma neanche tanto, perché comunque noi dovremo stare davanti, quindi pulire, avere maggiori difficoltà, però vedremo come andrà. È arrivato anche Adrien Formò.
Just use that mic next to you, Adrien. What kind of penalty are we giving Adrien Formaux for being late, Thierry Neuville, do you think?
If it's about me, he pays the beers, huh?
He pays the beers. I think that is... Yeah.
Bene, allora Adrien Formò paga il conto della cena di questa sera perché è arrivato in ritardo.
Hopefully you've got enough money in your wallet, Adrien Formaux, to pay the beers, yes?
Yeah, but the thing is I will have to spend time with them.
Oh.
Attenzione, dovrà spendere però del tempo con loro.
Wow. Tell me how you're feeling ahead of the rally then, because we've seen some brilliant competition from you so far this year. Are we going to see more of that this weekend?
I'm sure we'll have a really interesting fight with the guys. It's going to be really interesting. Sardinia is a really tough challenge for the crew, especially we don't have any service on Saturday, so it's going to be a really long day. So yeah, but for now I just feel I would like to go to the beach and enjoy the sea and swim a little bit, but I'm going to get ready for tomorrow.
Bene, finora mi sono goduta un po' di mare, sono andato in spiaggia, però dobbiamo vedere come andrà domani e sicuramente la giornata più cruciale sarà quella del sabato in cui non c'è la possibilità di fare l'assistenza.
Well, someone will be swimming on Sunday because that is the tradition here to jump into the harbour. Question is it going to be you, Thierry Neuville? Is it going to be one? Can it be one from first on the road?
I mean, I always try to be optimistic, so I would like to say yes, of course. But it's going to be a very strange rally if that happens. But who knows? I mean, yeah, I'm going to look forward to the rally, of course. I mean, even if, like I said, Friday is going to be tough. But anything can happen here. It's a challenging rally. It's going to be hot. And we just need to keep our rhythm, our pace, which obviously in the past has always been very good here. From there on, we're going to adapt our strategy throughout the race. And if I can jump in the sea, I would be very happy with that.
Beh, se sarò io a tuffarmi nel mare qui dal gara come da tradizione accade per i vincitori, beh, sarò molto felice, ma sicuramente sarà difficilissimo perché partire per primo qui non è sicuramente un vantaggio, ma ci sono molte variabili a partire poi dal caldo, dalle condizioni, bisogna prendere bene le note e quindi, beh, ci spero.
Now, I'm going to look to questions from social media, and they have been varied this weekend. We're going to go with Elvin first and foremost. This is from Instagram, from Josephine Skogland, who wants to know, what was the first thing that you ever drove? So, not so much a car, but what was the first thing with a motor that you ever drove? We're thinking back to Elvin Evans' little boy now.
I don't know. There was a scrap car in the field.
A scrap car?
I think my grandfather taught me to drive, though, about 8, so, yeah. Maybe that. Go-kart, maybe at some point.
So you're like a secret Rovanpera, then, if you were behind the wheel at 8.
No, definitely not. I think driving around the farm doesn't quite class as ice track expert at 8 years old.
Ma allora, queste sono le domande che arrivano dai social media, quindi un appassionato voleva sapere qual è la prima cosa che Elfin ha guidato, qualsiasi cosa, quando era ancora piccolissimo, e dice, beh, non ricordo esattamente, mi ricordo che a 8 anni sono andato con mio papà, ho utilizzato questa scrap car. To be honest, I don't know what is a scrap car.
Like a really battered old car.
Ok, perfetto, quindi una macchina vecchissima, e questo è il mio primo ricordo.
This one I like. It's for Adrian Formeau, but I'm going to ask you all to answer it because it's a good question. So this is from Nero, who says, if you could choose a fictional co-driver, a movie star from any film to be your co-driver, who would it be? And it's pointed at you because you keep making movie references, but I'm asking all of you. So Adrian Formeau, who would you choose as a co-driver, a movie star from any film, a character? Who would it be?
Will Ferrell?
Well, of course, it would have to be Will Ferrell with all your Anchorman and, other film references. Thierry, what about you?
Mine is maybe not as famous as Will Ferrell, but for me it would be François Damiens. It's a Belgian actor.
Okay.
Like a comedian.
Okay.
And actually there has been a plan a long time ago. I was really driving for Peugeot, and there was a plan to do a small historical rally in Belgium with him as a co-driver. It never happened, unfortunately, but it would have been really, really cool.
Well, you never know. This is the call-out now. Maybe it'll happen. Elvin, what about you? Who would be your fictional character, movie star, co-driver?
I'm terrible with things like that. I've had all that time to think, and I can't think
Peter
of anything.
Solberg, maybe.
Peter Solberg alongside you. What about that?
Be entertaining at least, wouldn't it?
It would be entertaining. It really would. Okay, we have another one in from Zhao. This is for you, Thierry. He says that obviously you've had great success on the island, but what's your strategy this time? Will you be attacking on the first day, or will you conserve?
No, I believe that knowing myself a bit and knowing, that obviously I want to get the best possible result, I guess that we're going to be attacking a bit, yeah.
Bene, quindi dal social media un appassionato ha chiesto quale sarà la strategia di Thierry Neuville, quindi full attack oppure una strategia più conservativa, e dice devo vedere, però io cercherò di attaccare da subito.
So shortly, it means trees or trophies.
Trees or trophies?
Not much trees around this weekend, but no, we're gonna see. I don't know who's going to be first on the trees.
And finally, for you, Elvin, it's a cheeky one from Chris Clegg, who says, will you be handcuffing the pace notes to Scott this weekend?
yeah, we need some solution. So I'm not sure handcuffs are the most practical solution, but something, yes.
Beh, lo sapete cosa è accaduto in Portogallo? Che il navigatore di Elfyn Evans ha dimenticato il taccuino delle note, quindi ha dovuto prendere note al telefono. Quindi un appassionato ai social ha chiesto come farai a ricordargli di portare il taccuino delle note, chiaramente scherzando.
Guys, good luck out there this weekend. We look forward to seeing who's going to jump into the ocean at the end of it. Thank you very much. Thierry Neuville, Elfyn Evans and Adrian Formeau, everyone.
Love Meet the Crews. Thanks so much, Bex Williams, for that. The crowd really enjoying that. I'm not sure handcuffs are the best solution for pace notes, but anyway, I like the way they're thinking it there. All right, well, you're joining us at the heart of Alghero and the start ramp, which will be happening shortly. Now, we'll start with the juniors, and each car that is driving through this rally this weekend will be coming over that start ramp, and Molly Pettit will be asking some questions. So let's have a look at what's happening tomorrow. It is a shortened down version, and we will be doing shakedown at 8 o'clock in the morning, but then heading straight in the stages at 2:33, 3:33, 5:30 and 6:30 will be stage 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it's a 2 and 2. So you'll see each of those stages repeated just the once, and then we'll be back in the media zone. In total, there's 16 stages this weekend, just over the 266k mark. So you get the idea. It's very short, sharp and compact. Also on Saturday, there's no midday service, just a tyre fitting zone to add a little bit of spice to the whole situation. It is going to be a very tough rally, and if you were just listening to what the drivers were saying, Thierry Neuville was saying, well, he was feeling quite confident until he saw the first stage. It is going to be very difficult out there, so expect an exciting rally just over the 3 days of Friday, Saturday and Sunday. The fans, as you can see, already out in full force, going to be lining those stages, and it'll be interesting to see if we have any unpredictable weather, because this island certainly does throw up some rain and all sorts. So that's to come over the next 3 days. We will be covering all of it for you, as always, here at Rally TV, and we'll be with every single stage, every single bit of action. But for now, tonight, it's a little bit calmer. It's just the significant starting of Rally Italia Sardinia. You can hear the Italian translation just introducing the first of the juniors. Robert Jurgensen is going to be the first car up onto this start ramp. Juniors back with us. They've done 2 rounds already. This is their 3rd round of the season, and they are heading up now onto that start ramp. Robert Jurgensen is getting ready to go. So for now, it's over to our commentators.
Yeah, thanks very much, Kiri. Wonderful scenes here on the waterfront in Alghero, this wonderful historic city. I'm delighted to say I've got Maciek Woda, the Junior WRC Championship Manager, of course, alongside me, and a unique experience here with the... we're going to have a few cars at a time, and well, what a start it's been, Maciek, for the likes of Romain Jurgensen. I will just pause here for the national anthem. Yeah, so it really is a wonderful start here on the waterfront. Of course, a condensed weekend, isn't it, with, what is it, 266 kilometres over 48 hours. So a busy one, Maciek, for the drivers ahead. But a lot of these guys have a bit of experience. Certainly these FIA star crews have done a bit of work out here in Sardinia already recently.
Yes, they don't have much experience, but they do have a little bit more experience in Sardinia than in other countries. But you mentioned about Romet before, and Romet, I have to say, and Simoia have been extremely impressive this year. I mentioned that at the Meet the Cruise, that when we came here last year for the training, I was absolutely shocked, and I was, really afraid how we will see them competing this year in the whole Rally Star drivers in the Junior WRC. And Romet is incredibly clever, incredibly fast driver, and the fact that he's now leading the Junior WRC in his first season in rallying, really proper rallying, It's amazing, absolutely.
Driver's eye view here. Look of the of the start ramp. Nice of the guys to give us that driver's view. Yeah, and what is it already? 30 points. It's quite an incredible start, isn't it? After just a couple of rounds, he's really laid down a marker, hasn't he, for the chasing pack?
Yeah, he took a steady approach in Sweden to start with, but at the end he came second in the Junior WRC in Sweden. Then in Croatia he started to build his speed from the first stages, and then at the end of the rally he was winning all the stages really, and won the rally. Came with I think 9 stage points. So yeah, now he's got a very comfortable lead, but he has to be very careful because obviously Sardinia has got a lot of surprises, has got a lot of difficult sections, and especially where they will be after all the Rally 1 and Rally 2 cars. But he is very smart. He is very smart.
Yeah, talking of smarts, we're going to be seeing Max Smart a little bit later on, of course. But let's see if Molly can get a word with Romit down there.
Where it all started 1 year ago for you guys. You were here training, you were here testing. Could you have imagined 1 year later finding yourself leading the championship with as much as you are at the moment?
Yeah, it's let's say being better than expected. I mean, but we still have to keep our both feet on the ground and just take the challenge. I mean, it's gonna be a really specific one. We have to see also the conditions, how it's developing. We are so further back. And yeah, it's going to be an endurance.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Benny, eri qua un anno fa per un semplice allenamento e adesso sei in testa al mondiale, te l'aspettavi? Ha detto di no, è una situazione bellissima.
Yes,
Domani cercherò di fare il mio
will
meglio.
make his way first of our guys over this spectacular ramp. We're going to be seeing 3 of these guys at a time, and Taylor Gill as well. So it's 2 of our FIA Rally Star guys at the top of the field. I mean, did you expect them to be making this much of an impact this soon?
I definitely didn't. Like I said before, I thought, to be honest, that they would be really at the back of the field after what we've seen at the beginning of last year's season, which started in the middle of the year. But the progression that we have seen already last year was really encouraging, and yeah, the start of this year already proved that the program works. The guys are improving a lot, and yeah, the speed is there, definitely.
Yeah, and great to see our Antipodean friends as well represented.
It's also the same with you. 1 year after you all started the FIA Rally Star program in Sardinia last year, 2nd or 3rd in the championship, 30 points behind. How do you sort of look at that 1 year on?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's obviously quite amazing to be back here, and even on Monday we were testing on the same road that we were last year when we got our first taste of this car on gravel. So yeah, we've definitely come a long way, but there's still a lot of work to do. Thank you.
Beh, sicuramente è stato un viaggio bellissimo.
Yeah, of
Pensare
course,
che
it's
un anno
Miller
fa
Johansson,
ero
isn't
qui
it?
a
Second place. Just explain, not everyone has to compete in all the rounds. How does that whole process in terms of coming in and out?
Miller Johansson is still on a paper on a 2nd place in the championship, but because he only came for Rally Sweden and he absolutely dominated the Rally Sweden, he scored a lot of points because they're also getting a stage point. So he came with a big bulk of points. But after this rally, he will not be in the 2nd position, I'm afraid.
What do you think about this weekend? What are you targeting? And what do you have on your your cap?
Yeah, now I'm filming you, not you. Yeah, it's difficult to think about the target, to be honest, because we did the recce and the roads are good, are nice, but so rough. I never seen from the recce that kind of bombs on the road, but doesn't matter. We will try to manage to survive and to protect the car, because this is the most important thing, I think, on this rally. And after we will think about 4th and 3rd and everything. For the moment, this is the target, to try to finish the rally.
Best of luck. Enjoy Sardinia.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, Norbert Meyer there, of course, 4th in the championship. Also a bit of a time to make, or points to make up on Jurgensen, of course. Interesting points he makes there, because it is one of those rallies, isn't it, where obviously there's a lot of road sweeping, not so much of an issue for these guys, but in terms of the roughness of the rocks, they're so far back, such a huge Rally 2 and WRC2 field, isn't it, ahead of them?
Yeah, and what is actually even more difficult for those guys in Junior WRC is the stage points that we mentioned about. So it's basically making and deciding a strategy strategy, whether you're pushing for stage points and you're taking additional risk on the stage, or whether you are more conservative and you just want to go through the stage and, you know, look after your overall classification. So it's additional element which these guys have got compared to like Rally 1 and Rally 2 cars. But, you know, the top three that we have seen so far, they are all newcomers. I don't think Norbert competed, not definitely, none of them competed in Rally Sardinia before, because Norbert won the Junior European Championship last year, and, you know, his Junior WRC season is basically his prize package for winning juniors in European Championship. So they are all newcomers. So, you know, for sure they will not benefit from the experience they have from the previous season. All they can benefit from is from a little bit of a testing that they've done and watching the footage from the previous seasons. And yeah, being smart.
Yeah, and this is just a view from one of our later runners. They actually do a little driver parade through the Old Town here.
Previously, what are you targeting this weekend?
Survival. I think it's the same for everybody. It's a bit of a lottery. Didn't work out for us last year, so we'll have a little bit more luck this year. But yeah, it's tough too when there's 20 drivers, because you still need to be like somewhat fast, but with a bit of luck as well. But we need points because we didn't score any in the last round. We had a good finish in Sweden, but yeah, we need points this weekend, so we need to try and be smart. It's hard when you like to go fast. That's why we're here, but yeah, we need to play cool, get to Sunday, try and take some points with us to Finland.
Thanks, best of luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Eamon Kelly is one of those drivers. How many do we have? What is there, 17 starters? How many do have experience like Eamon?
It is 17 starters, but now you ask me a difficult question. I need to count it down, but there is a couple that actually competed with us last year already. It's Eamon Kelly, it's Tom Renzonet, it's obviously Diego Dominguez, who's got the most experience out of all of them.
I think this man as well, right? Raul Hernandez?
Yes, he's been with us last year as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, few of them.
Yeah, let's hear from him.
Raul, it's time to start Sardinia tomorrow. You have some experience from before. What are you expecting this weekend?
I am very happy 1 year more. The rally is beautiful, but it's very, very difficult and long. But important is more experience, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Good luck.
Bene, questo è un rally meraviglioso.
Yeah, no, those drivers that don't have experience, it's a tough one, isn't it? Really tough to sort of come here the first time and manage, as you say, that lottery of where to push. Let's hear from
Bruno. Big smiles here this evening. You've competed here a couple of times before in a different car. It's been a tough rally for you in the past. What are you hoping to achieve this weekend?
Yeah, we have already a lot of experience here, so yeah, it's a really good rally for us. Even we had bad results, but you know, it's like that, so let's hope for a good result this rally.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Bene, un rally che conosco, l'ho già
So Bruno Balassi is an interesting, wasn't it? He's sort of trying a few different, like his older brother, not very much older, Marco Balassi, obviously a regular in WRC2. Interesting, he's trying out a few different categories in the early stage of his career.
Yes, and I think we tried to convince him to go to Junior WRC in the past, but luckily now he is with us, and he didn't have a very good start in Rally Sweden because he rolled heavily on the shakedown and the car could not be repaired. But already in Croatia he came back quite strong and he finished 4th, if I remember correctly. So he's got definitely a very good potential. He's got the speed. So when he will be getting the car to the end of the rally, which I hope he will here, I think he can become a really strong contender in the championship because there is still a lot of points to be scored. And with Rally Acropolis being the last round and double points for the classification of the event, anything is possible. Anyone can still win the championship.
Yeah, absolutely. Bruno, just 21 years old, of course. That's the idea of the junior category, giving all these youngsters. Now, Tom Rensonet, he's a real talent, isn't he, this young man? And we're again seeing him in a few different categories, I think, as well.
Yeah, he's coming this year again. He was with us already last year in Junior WRC, but he was very, shall I say, fresh and experienced last year. And he's definitely much stronger this year, and he's much more mature driver. And I had a very quick count, and if I'm correct, out of 17, 10 of them haven't got experience in Sardinia.
Yeah, and that's going to be the tough thing, isn't it? Finding that balance out there. Fairly warm temperatures expected as well over the weekend. Let's see if we can get a word with the young Belgian.
Tom, come down here to me. You have some experience from before. Tell us what you find interesting about Rally Sardinia.
It's always interesting, Sardinia. You have to be smart, stay on the road, but you have to have the good speed. So yeah, we did Sardinia last year, but I don't have a big experience in gravel. But it's always a nice feeling to be here.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Beh, non ho esperienza sullo serrato, ma cercherò di fare il mio meglio. Ma qui abbiamo sentito.
Yeah, and I think we do have Diego Dominguez, and a lot of pressure on Diego, isn't there? I think this year, and it's been a little bit difficult to live up to the expectations. Is that fair to say?
It's been very difficult because Diego came to Rally Sweden.
Yeah,
and,
you're giving Tom the thumbs up there for his interview. Is there like constant competition between you guys?
Of course, everyone wants to win.
Diego, it's been quite a tough season for you in the junior championship so far, but you did have a high in Portugal in the rally, or the WRC3 category. Are you hoping that everything will now come together this weekend?
Yeah, for sure. It's been a tough start of the season for us. Then we have a huge comeback in Portugal. So yeah, I hope that the momentum stays with us, and let's see if we can have a good one this rally.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt. Yeah, the second last year though, so it does give him some hope, doesn't it, after that difficult start?
Yeah, and he's got a pace. He's got he knows how to drive the car. He knows how to win those rallies. Like you said, he came second here last year in very difficult muddy conditions. He won WRC3 in Portugal a couple of weeks ago.
Welcome back. We missed you in Croatia. This is your third ever start in the WRC. How excited are you to be here?
First of all, hi to everyone. Feels really, really nice to be here. Obviously, we are a little nervous, but super happy to take part of this beautiful but tricky event.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gerardo Rossello, and again, it's great to see all these guys from South America coming in, isn't it? It's a real sort of worldwide category, isn't it, the juniors these days? Maybe even more so than any of the categories we have.
It is. Now, this year, we have drivers from 5 different continents, so this is a proper World Rally Championship. And there is a lot, like you said, the drivers from South America this year. So it's brilliant. It's great to see it. And obviously, we know that the rallying is very strong in South America. And to have those drivers in Junior WRC now, it's really, really, yeah, great news. It's a bit of an upside down scene.
Yeah, the driver's getting very creative.
Yeah.
We've given them a little app that they can they use on their phones. So. Yeah, it's great to see, but this gives you an idea of this wonderful, iconic start ceremony we have. They come right the way through this this town. It's started in the 12th century, actually, Alghero. We had a little tour a bit earlier on of looking around. These are the 13th century ramparts around the medieval city. It really is a spectacular place, and literally a stone's throw from the service park. We're just across the water. Well, thanks very much, Maciek. Great to have your company now. I think we're moving on to a few of our WRC2 runners. So I'm going to substitute you for one of our WRC2 regular drivers as well. But thanks very much for your time. Have a great weekend. Let's hope they all make it safely through. It's going to be a busy one, I'm sure.
I'm sure it will. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Maciek.
You're fourth in the WRC2 Championship. You have 3 fourth places this season, so we can call you Mr. Consistent. But you've been here many times before, and I'm sure you'd like to take that one step further up on the podium this weekend.
Yeah, for sure, a podium would be great. Here is the event I've done the most in WRC. It's my 6th time here, so yeah, an event I know a lot, but I think most of the drivers are on the same level of knowledge. But yeah, still on the learning curve on gravel, so for sure the goal, for this weekend is to take experience and improve myself, and yeah, podium will be difficult, I guess, but stages are nice, so I hope to have a good pace and enjoy.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, the words of Nicolas Searman, and as I mentioned, I have done a very quick substitution with Ivan Brynildsen stepping in the capable shoes of Maciek Woda. Let's just see if we get a very quick word here.
You
let's
have
hear
been
from
here sometimes before,
Emil?
but this rally's been tough on you in the past. What are you hoping to get out of this weekend?
Yeah, it's been tough. I think you remember a few instances. But yeah, obviously we're hoping to enjoy the weekend here. It's I mean, it's a beautiful place, and it's not often we get to rally in such scenery. So yeah, and of course we have some results to look forward to. But I guess we'll try to do our best and see where we end up. I think that's all we can do.
Sounds good. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Molly mentioned, Emil not had the best of results here in the past. We've got 41 entries in WRC2, but sadly, Oliver Solberg, we just heard a little bit earlier.
This season has
forced to
started
pull out.
out
Let's
pretty
hear from
tough, what happened in Portugal, but this rally, you have some amazing memories from here, so I'm sure you're hoping for a great weekend.
Yeah, actually I have my best cover results from here, second in WRC, so I know how to perform well here. But every year the challenges are slightly different, the roads are slightly different, so we have to adapt to those new challenges.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Right, Emil, I can finally get you in. Yeah, he does have a great record, doesn't he, Suninen? Quite incredible, actually, when you look at it. Second in WRC. He's won WRC2 in 16. He's also won in WRC3 in 2015. Experience here is so important, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. And he's starting his season now, and it's the first rally. He will score points as well, so it's important for him to do a really good rally and start to score these points now.
Of course, you've made an appearance after a couple of years away back in Croatia. That was a pretty nice return to shake off the rust. It didn't seem like you'd lost anything at all. What, were we fourth in the end?
Yeah, but it's really
no, fifth was it?
Fifth in the end. Yeah, but it's so difficult. You forget so easily how fast these guys are driving. Yeah. And I was in the beginning. It took some time to get back with all the pace notes and everything have to go. It have to go through your mind and absorb everything. It's difficult. It's going fast on tarmac.
Yeah, it really is, and it's a very interesting rally here in Sardinia, isn't it, as well? Because I guess especially for these guys running a little bit further back, it's some really fast bits, but it's a very patient man's rally as well, isn't it? You've got to sort of know when to push and know when to back off, especially when you've got a lot of these earlier runners coming in. I mean, how rough and rutted does it get out there, even on the first pass for you guys running further back?
Oh, it's really, really difficult.
Yuki, it's your first time here in Sardinia. How are you finding it so far?
Yeah, I think it will be very challenging. The road is quite, demanding, so... But, you know, unfortunately, I retired early from the Rally Portugal and missed some experience, so, yeah, the target will be the finish rally, and it would be like a victory for us.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, like Yamamoto said, it's really, really difficult and demanding, and you are getting more and more ruts the further down the start list. So it's a challenging rally. It's technical and fast at the same time. So the smaller mistake you do, and you ending up with ripping off a wheel or losing time.
Yeah, second of our
It's also your first time
next
here in
generation drivers.
Sardinia. Tell us what the recce was like. What are conditions going to be like this weekend?
Well, I was surprised how tough it is in this stage. A lot of rock, and it's quite narrow every place, so need to be very cautious every corner.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, those are the thoughts of Hikaru Kagore. I think we're going to have our championship leader, Johan Russell. It's an interesting one, isn't it, as well? Already you're seeing in WRC2. It's so competitive, isn't it? And you mentioned that before when you came in, but obviously it's a sort of limited number. What are we sort of choosing your... The 7 rallies to nominate, which is a tricky one, but certainly so far, Johan Russell and that Citroen looking like a very different sort of animal, aren't they, certainly on gravel compared to previous years?
Yeah, definitely. Normally they have been really, really strong on the tarmac events, but they proved now that they are also fast on the gravel events. So definitely Johan is he's aiming for the gold medal this year.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's got a 10-point lead now on Oliver Solberg. Oliver, if you just briefly mentioned earlier on, he was due to be here, but not nominated to score points. But we've sadly, just in the last hour or so, actually heard that Oliver's had to pull out with, he's a bit under the weather, unfortunately, which is sad to see, but it wasn't one of his nominated outings. But certainly for Russell, as you say, he was already the proven package on tarmac, and now with that newfound confidence on gravel, who knows? But still, very, very early days. There's just confirmation of that 10-point championship lead on the left of this screen. Gryzin, of course, right up there now after his first victory recently.
Championship leader, WRC2, some changes this weekend as well. What can we expect out there?
I think the plan is to do the best. New co-driver, same car, same team, no problem. The plan is just to enjoy. In Portugal, it's like that, and we are not. The plan is just to enjoy. The time come after that, I think, and let's see.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's see indeed. And of course, his DG Sports teammate Nikolaj Gryzin will be hot on his heels. Winner in Croatia. He actually won the category as well in Portugal, didn't he, in terms of the Rally 2 runners. So on a great run of momentum is Nikolaj. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him before we move on. Might be here a while. He does like to talk, does Nikolaj?
Not scoring driver points this weekend. It says relax on your cap. Is that what your plan is this weekend out there?
No, I think it's just the mask that relax, but for sure we need to drive fast as usual. For me, it doesn't matter if I count points or not. It's more the strategic game, to count or not to count, so we just still working with the car, upgrading and learning it. So I want to be also like on this gaming to be relaxed, but on the driving side, every time fighting, it doesn't matter if it's scoring points or not. So you just come here to try to win. So I think it's for everyone.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Molly mentioned, Nikolaj, yeah, he's just nominated to score team points. It's interesting, isn't it, that a lot of our sort of regulars, I mean, is that maybe because it's one of those unknown quantities of this rally? It's a bit tricky. You can't sort of count on just being able to score points out there without any bad luck coming into play.
Yeah, and it's definitely a strategy to try to score points on the right rallies as well. We heard Oliver said before the season that he wanted to score points on the rallies where the most competitive entry list, so we can steal points from the other guys. And on the same time, we have this team points as well. So Nikolaj will score team points, but he will not score points for his own championship.
Yeah, but it really has been a promising start, hasn't it? For Gryzin as well. I mean, you've got to put him into the championship mix now, haven't you? Especially with the newfound pace on this Citroen on gravel, haven't you?
Yeah, Nikolaj, he said he'd been practicing on difficult rallies on tarmac. He said he was lacking a bit of speed on those type of rallies, and he proved that he was really fast in Croatia. And yeah, he did his homework, and definitely in Croatia, at least on tarmac, he managed to beat his teammate Johan Rosell as well.
And we're going to have two runners run by M Sport here. Georgios Vasilakis first.
A big smile on your face. You look excited.
I just passed my third three-point turn on the driver's test. I've lost my voice. Speak to Tom.
I can hear that. I can hear that.
I am excited.
Tom, just tell us a few words about the preparation for the weekend.
It's been a good preparation. George has been focused on the videos, and we've had a good recce. So let's see what we can do, and let's hope that his voice stays away for the rest of the week.
Yeah, it's a good job Georgios isn't reading the pace notes out there. That could be a bit tricky. But yeah, these are the two Fiestas, of course, being run by M Sport with Will Crichton, as you can see, just behind. Of course, out reigning junior WRC champion.
I was going to say, Will, that's a very big smile on your face.
Yeah, it's good to be here. The weather's really nice tonight. It's going to be such a difficult rally after the recce. I was here last year. The weather was not so nice, but I forgot just how narrow and twisty it is. It's so demanding, but we've had a good recce and ready to start the rally.
Got good memories from last year as well?
Yeah, for sure. If we can do anything similar to last year, that would be amazing. But yeah, last year, it's a marathon, so we got to remember that.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, Will, of course, won here in Sardinia in the junior category last year. Well, how tough is it for guys like Will when you're making that step up? How big a step up is it to go from that two-wheel drive into the Rally 2 class?
First of all, he's really right on the thing that it's a marathon. You really have to think a bit different. It's a long rally and demanding. It's narrow and tricky. When we talk about changing the class from the juniors and to WRC2 or Rally 2 car, it's also different because the car will tackle more rough roads, and you can be able to go actually faster through some of the stages which is really, really rough. So it takes some rallies, some seat time to get used to this class change, because it's not so easy just to jump from a junior car to a Rally 2 car.
Of course, this man going the opposite way in terms of Rally 1 into WRC2.
It's time to start your second rally of the season. A bit unlucky in Portugal, even though the pace was great. And you do have some good memories from Sardinia.
Yeah, for sure. Very happy to be here. It's one of my favorite rally. So, no, a lot of good souvenirs, not far from home. So, hoping a bit more luck than in Portugal. And if the pace is like in Portugal, will be good.
The few words about why it's your favourite rally.
Sorry?
Why is it your favourite rally?
I don't know. It's look a bit like home, so quite very demanding, very technical. So I always felt great here. Maybe because it's always been a lot of good memories. It's why I like.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it, with Andre making that sort of step back. I mean, sometimes we've seen it quite a lot with the likes of Greensmith and people sort of, I mean, I guess it's a necessity. There's not that many drivers around, are there? As we just hear from Josh McAlean quickly.
Josh looking very cool with the shades on there. We witnessed a fantastic battle between you and Jan in Portugal. Are we going to see something of the same this weekend?
I hope so. Portugal was good. It was very good. It's a credit to everyone that supported us to get there, and obviously Portugal's over now, Sardinia's here, and it's a big challenge. But we're ready. We had a good recce, and me and James are raring to go.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, what did you make of that fight we saw in Portugal between? It was nice to see, wasn't it? Some different faces. Ended up with all the main sort of guys dropped away and down between McAlean and Jan Solans. It was quite some battle, wasn't it?
Yeah, and when they are changing the positions all the time from stage to stage, it's really encouraging as a driver as well to see that it's possible to beat the more experienced guys and the more unexperienced guys as well. That can be really on their toes and challenge the big boys, if you can call them, more experienced guys. So it was really a good rally for him, and yeah, it was a good warm-up now, because Sardinia, I know he liked rally, and I think it will be a good one for him.
Yeah, absolutely. We've shuffled the pack again here a little bit, so we're back to some of our junior WRC runners, and we're back to some of our batch of FIA Rally Star runners here as well. I think we have Jose Caparo of Peru first up, and he should be alongside Max Smart.
Hello, Jose. It started here, the FIA Rally Start 1 year ago. What a journey you have been on since then.
Well, it's amazing. It's amazing how to remember last year we was doing recce, and I was completely nothing with experience, and now we are here. So thank you to these lovely people that they are cheering up, and for sure we have to do the long stages. We have to be smart, we have to be gentle with the car, but we have to still have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you very much, bye-bye.
I think he's 12th in the championship.
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong.
It's been, we've just spoke to Maciek before, but it's really have made a big impact, haven't they? The WRC, sorry, the FIA Rally Star runners. Let's hear from Max Smart.
Hello, Max. We met in Sardinia, Olbia, 1 year ago. A lot has happened since then. What a journey, like I said to Jose, you guys have been on.
Exactly. It's crazy. It's a throwback being here, and after so much learning, it's incredible to be here. It's a dream come true, you know. This is what we were hoping for in the beginning of last year, so yeah, I'm really happy.
What's the target?
The target is, yeah, grow and learn during the rally and have a good rally. I'm glad to be back on gravel. The last two events have been learning lots, first ice and snow and first tarmac rally, so just grow and learn, and let's do well, you know?
Fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly that. That's what they're here for. We mentioned a bit earlier on about the breadth of nationalities represented across the junior WRC runners this year. And I think we've got, should be Petr Borodan of Kazakhstan, no less, lining up next.
Hi, welcome to Sardinia. What can we expect from you this weekend?
Hello, everybody. Hi, Sardinia, very beautiful place, and have some roads, and it will be tricky rally. We won't finish, and we won't finish on good position.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Beh, il mio target è quello di fare il meglio possibile e di arrivare il più
Like Max said just before Peter, that it's the first time on snow, first time on tarmac. It's a pretty steep learning curve.
Yeah, absolutely.
These guys from all these nationalities coming to the WRC and get some experience.
Yeah, and we were just saying as well, chatting to Maciek Voda, the championship manager of the juniors, just how tough it is for these later runners. I mean, it's such a, what did I say, 40 They've got 41, was it Rally 2, WRC 2 runners ahead of them, and it does make a difference in terms of the road condition by the time these guys get through, and obviously in the cars they're in as well. How tough is that for them?
Oh, it's really tough, and the Rally 1 and Rally 2 cars, it just flies over all these deep ruts, and then when you arrive with a front-wheel drive car or a junior car, it's really difficult, and the ruts, you are going on the sump guard all the time, you're losing kind of the steering because you are crashing through so much.
Ali, it's great to see you back in the Junior WRC. What do you make of Sardinia? What do you find interesting about this rally?
I think the most interesting part of the rally is Sardinia. Very beautiful and peaceful place. I really like to be here, but stages are very rough, very tricky. Without service, we have long kilometers to be, so it's gonna be a tricky one.
Have fun out there, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ali Turkan from Turkey there. Fans of all ages enjoying the show out here and this wonderful evening sunshine on the west coast. I'm sure there's going to be a stunning sunset shortly. And here's a familiar surname, of course, to rallying. Fabio Schwartz, son of Armin, of course.
Fabio, it's time to start Rally Sardinia tomorrow. You do have some experience from before. What can you tell us that's interesting about this rally?
Interesting, probably the many places you can get a puncture or risk something on the car. So it's really a tough rally, really nice rally. You have a good countryside on the sea, and it's just amazing to drive here.
What has the preparation been like?
It's been good, just focusing on the onboards from last year, trying to see what we can use for this year. It's quite a lot different, but I think we are prepared good and just try to focus on ourselves.
Good luck.
Thank you.
What have you learnt about Sardinia over the years? What advice could you give these youngsters as they head out there to the hills?
At least it's very easy to do a mistake, and I think last time I was there, I was on the podium in 2021, but there was some exhibition during the rally because, like all the drivers say, it's really demanding. It's so narrow and tricky, and at the same time, pretty fast. And all these trees so close to the road, and it's easy to do the smallest mistake, and you bend the wheel or you will break the steering. So I learned a lot from the beautiful island Sardinia.
Yeah, and it really is beautiful here through the medieval city itself, this little driver parade. This is the scene of the service park alongside the marina. That's where the water that we're hoping somebody will be celebrated by jumping into again, become a bit of a tradition. It's like rallying's equivalent of the Monaco Grand Prix here. And this is a wonderful scene. Gives you an idea of the layout of our hosts for this weekend. And the start ramp just the other side of the medieval city there in front of the marina. The last of our junior runners then here. We should be starting here with Nathaniel Brun of Bolivia.
Nathaniel, that's a big smile on your face. It's your fourth start in the WRC, the first time you're here in Sardinia. What do you make of it so far?
I mean, I'm extremely excited. I'm kind of nervous because the stages are really rough. It's if you miss it, you go straight somewhere, you'll break the car, and that's it. You're done. But I'm confident in my co-driver that he'll never get lost, and we'll finish.
Good luck.
Just 18 years old, Nathaniel. Such an incredible opportunity for these youngsters, isn't it?
Difficili, ma io conto di fare il meglio e conto anche sul mio navigatore che si chiama Pablo Olmos. Yes, andiamo con l'equipaggio numero 86.
And Abdullah Al-Rahahi
e Ross Whittock.
Oman coming in next.
Abdullah, welcome back to WRC. This is your second start. You were previously in Sweden, now Sardinia. What a contrast.
Yeah, finally in a gravel rally. So, yeah, we're very happy to be here and very excited. And we know that this rally will be tough for everyone. So we're trying to be ready for it in terms of notes and everything. Hopefully we have a good car as well. And the weather is nice. It's quite cold for me.
Good luck this weekend.
Thank you very much.
And the last of our 17 junior runners will be Andre Martinez. Of course, all of these junior runners in the Rally 3 Fiestas. Get going tomorrow afternoon with this new shortened format. Shakedown actually tomorrow morning, Friday morning for the first time, and there's 4 stages then to run tomorrow afternoon.
Andrea, it's time to start Rally Sardinia. Tell us, how tough is it going to be out there?
Yeah, it's going to be very rough, but we're happy to be here. It's a lot of stages. We hope to see a lot of people there, and well, we're happy to be finally on gravel again.
I can understand that. Good luck.
Thank you.
Beh sì, si tratterà di un rally molto molto difficile.
Yeah, that's all about junior runners through. Then we'll get back to the Rally 2 WRC2 runners next. So what have you made of the early stages of this championship this year? We keep talking about how competitive the WRC2 is in general. It's so difficult, isn't it, to make any mistakes? We saw a few of the top guys have a bit of a hiccup in Portugal, but it's just so important to have that consistency because of the competitive field, right?
Yeah, you have to look at the whole championship like a marathon. You have to be clever on all the rallies, and I think that's what Sebastian Loeb and Ogier have been doing really, really good all the years they have been winning the championship. They accept sometimes that, okay, this rally we will be 4th or 2nd. They're aiming for the win, but they are clever enough sometimes to back off when they realize that, okay, we don't have the chance, we either got a puncture or did some mistake. To accept that, I think is really, really difficult, because we are all so competitive. We want to win, we want to prove that we are driving fastest, and then you do mistakes and then you don't win the championship.
Yeah, Roberto Dapra then on home soil. How much will that add to the pressure? All the excitement indeed for the 23-year-old. I'm sure he's going to relish every moment.
Roberto, it's your 5th start in WRC, the first one here in Sardinia. A big applause from the crowds, of course. What is it like to be starting this rally for you?
English?
Yes, and then we'll do Italian after, okay?
Yeah, it's an incredible opportunity for me being here so young. So I'm very happy for everybody that are watching us. And it will be a very tricky race, but you need to learn from the tricky things. So we are here for do kilometers and kilometers for enjoy. And I want to say thank you to people that make this possible, WRC Team Italia and Pirelli, and all my family and my sponsors, Scuderia Pintarelli. And yeah, I'm very lucky for being here, and I hope to enjoy a lot.
Your English is great, by the way.
It's getting better.
It is, absolutely. But now some words, please, in Italian.
È un onore per me essere qua per la prima volta al Rally Mondiale di Sardegna. E sono felicissimo di portare alti i colori della nazionale italiana, grazie ad WRC Team Italia e Pirelli, che veramente mi hanno permesso di fare un percorso di crescita incredibile, e adesso abbiamo fatto un progetto di 2 anni che è un sogno che è diventato realtà, e quindi niente, adesso puntiamo sicuramente a divertirci al massimo in questa gara. E sarà molto molto difficile, però come dicevo prima è dalle cose difficili che si impara, quindi cominciamo da qui e cercheremo di migliorare.
Grazie mille.
Grazie. Grazie a tutti.
I had a little chat with Roberto earlier this year, and he's so happy because he got a 2-year deal with this AC Team Italy, and he will do the championship now for 2 years, and he's really, really happy with that deal.
Wow.
The star of the show just took center stage, right? I've actually worked out there's a 45-year age difference between you and Roberto. How cool is that?
Yeah, I am his grandfather, I could be, eh? The kids and the grandfather. So the young people, the future, and the past.
But it's fantastic that the two of you can be competing and also in WRC2. Mauro, tell us about the support that you get here in Sardinia.
I think it's fantastic. The people is fantastic. There are so many people around, and I enjoy the race. I enjoy to be here. It's the 4th time for me. I start a little bit later, but it's the 4th time that I am in Sardinia.
Best of luck, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the great thing about WRC2, isn't it? You got 23-year-old Roberto Dapra and then 68-year-old Milan Mauro, who, of course, compete in the Masters WRC2 Masters competition, which is this great thing about the category, isn't it?
Yeah, but maybe he said he was a grandfather, but I know him, and he's like a child when he gets into the car. And in Croatia, it was a race out from Park Fome because he wanted to go and head back first to the service park. So as soon as he gets into the car, he's like a child. So I'm very impressed. Yeah, it's not so easy when you're getting older because you need to be in shape, like all the physics. You need to do some sports and train, and at the same time, I don't think you are getting any faster absorbing all the information in your brain. The older you get. So I'm very impressed with Mauro.
Yeah, and he won that category, didn't he? The Masters Cup 2 years ago. He's actually leading the category as well after Portugal. He's got a 10-point lead over Ricardo Trevino at the moment. So Mauro Mila looking to get a second Masters competition for our elder gentlemen competing in the WRC2 class, as this wonderful balmy spring summer evening alongside the marina there.
And both Ricardo Trevino and Mauro Miele, they have both done 2 rallies in the championship, so he's leading with 10 points, and they have done same amount of rallies.
Yeah, these are the scenes as the drivers continue their little parade through the medieval cobbled streets, getting a wave from some bemused. A lot of these people were just here on holiday, and they're kind of completely bemused about this international sporting event that's fallen on their laps. A little bonus for their holiday, but it really is, can't emphasize enough, a wonderful place to come and watch your rallying over here in Sardinia. Switch back to Alghero this year. There you can see the service park in the background alongside the marina.
They're making their corrections.
Wonderful scenes here this evening.
You don't doubt that the rally family is arriving in Alghero, because I think we are taking over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is a wonderful part of the world here. Of course, Sardinia famous for its stunning beaches as well. And this medieval city is just such an iconic host now, really, as we look forward to the sunset, as we are facing west, of course. But yeah, these are the scenes we're going to enjoy. The backdrop for it's the second of the run of 7 gravel rallies. Getting it right on this surface is so important, isn't it, for all the categories now?
And it's interesting to see the approach from the drivers, because the juniors, they were really kind of scared, and it's so hard and the stages are so tricky. And then we can see the more experienced drivers, they are looking more forward to it. Maybe they have been there a few times, got the pace notes, more relaxed, and they trust themselves a bit more. With the younger guys, they do have a challenging week ahead. And there's also a bit of the mindset, because normally we are doing, as we said, shakedown on Thursday and 3 days of rallying. Now we are doing shakedown and the first day on the same first day on Friday. So you need to be ready with your pace notes, because it's a lot of work with the pace notes, and you're doing your routine in front of the rally. And now we have to change that routine, that you will do shakedown and almost a full day on Friday at the same rally. So it's a difficult rally in many ways this weekend.
Yeah, and I think it's 266 competitive kilometers, isn't it, over pretty much 48 hours. So it also means, you know, long days. There's some long road sections in this weekend as well. So it's going to be sort of tiring as much as anything. But an interesting new concept. What do you make of this new sort of shortened concept in theory?
I like it in many ways, and as a driver you always look on the economy side. You really want to do the rallies, and you need some sponsors, and it might be that we can do it a bit more or lower the cost, at least, maybe to make it more compact. But it's a big challenge as well, because on this rally it's a full day without service, so you have this tire fitting zone. And if you have any damage, you really have to work as a driver, co-driver on the car. You bring some spares in the car, and you can use those spares during the small little tire fitting. But you have to do it yourself together with this rally. I think it's 1 or 2 mechanic during that little 15-20 minute service.
Yeah, so WRC2 then, as we mentioned, no Oliver Solberg, no Gus Greensmith here. We know we've got the 2 Citroens who are sort of riding high right now in the championship, Russell and Seaman. But how big an opportunity is this weekend for the likes of Sami Pairi, people like that. We've got Kajsa Katanovic as well coming back in. It's a chance, isn't it? An opportunity for these guys to try and sort of get back in the hunt, isn't it? With a few of the main runners missing. And there is Sami Pairi, I just mentioned. Big opportunity for him, I think, this weekend.
I was a bit surprised in Monte Carlo. I believed he's going to be faster, but then he proved that later this season that they are really competitive and fast, and he proved his speed in Croatia on tarmac with the car. Like Monte Carlo was on tarmac as well. It's a difficult surface, but with snow and ice. But on pure tarmac, he really proved that the new Toyota is really good, and he made a big challenge for the Citroën guys. And then he proved the speed again on gravel in Portugal. So definitely this will be a good rally. I think he's more relaxed now. He had done a few rallies with the car. He knows the car a bit better. Brought some experience from Portugal as well. And Portugal is kind of similar to Sardinia, but in a different way. It's rough. Both the rallies, they are really rough. And they will face the challenge with the heat. We saw in Portugal that many of the drivers were wearing this cooling kit. So I think the experience Sami got in Portugal is really important for him now in Sardinia.
What have you heard? Have you been able to speak to any of these drivers running the Toyota Rally 2? What are the sort of early impressions have you heard?
I think it's in general everybody's happy. Of course, it's always difficult with a new car. You have some small things to adapt when you jump into a new car, but I think they are all really happy.
Well, let's hear from him now. Sami Pairi.
Rally Sardinia, you were consistently in the top 3 times-wise in Portugal, but you were a bit unlucky there. So I'm sure you have your eyes set on a win this weekend.
Yeah, of course. That's always what we aim for. And honestly, we were taking the most fastest times in Rally 2 in Portugal. So the pace was there, and I was enjoying the drive. But we had some unlucky moments, a few of them. So I hope all the bad luck is now gone. So I just focus on having a good rally.
How busy is this rally now that it's so compact?
Honestly, it's not so much so far at least, so I like it this way. So it's more relaxed. Thursday and Friday it slowly starts to go on, and then Saturday and Sunday are proper rally days. So for the moment it feels nice to try something new, and yeah, feels good.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting new format this weekend. 3 entries so far in Sardinia for Sami, as it is for Georg Linnemar, who I believe will be seeing next.
Sami is a bit of this, you know, the cool guys standing with the skateboard, watching the other guys, really relaxed, and all of a sudden he do the most magic tricks of them all, really calm, and he's in the same type in the rally car. He can just be watching, entering the test, really relaxed, and all of a sudden he's making magic with his car. So I like his style and his approach, low shoulders, and he don't care if it's if he was like the main driver for Toyota in the beginning of the season. He just relax and enjoy.
And here is Georg Linnemar, as I just mentioned. Also, of course, now in the Toyota.
Georg, it's good to see you here in Sardinia. You've been very quick with this car, but Sardinia's not been nice to you in the past. So what have you learned from that coming into this one this year?
Well, I'm hoping we've learned all the lessons we've had to. So yeah, hopefully we can show some good speed, and hopefully also paid our puncture depths in Portugal. Yeah, I think 5 was enough. So hopefully this rally we can get through without any.
What is unique about this rally?
I mean, in my opinion, it's the trickiest on the calendar. It's super technical. The surface is slippery. It's hard on the tires, on the car, on the drivers. It's yeah, a proper challenge.
But good pizza, yeah?
Amazing pizza, amazing pasta. Yeah, Italy is always great in that sense.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Pizza or pasta for you, Ivan? Pizza. Yeah, I actually have to say, I got here last night. First meal of the week. Always seem to have a legion of Estonians wherever we go around the world. No matter where we are, in Europe or outside Europe, they're always there, aren't they?
It's been like this for many years with Marco Martin.
Yeah,
many years back in time, and it's really good fans from Estonia.
And I think we are now moving on to the main event, the main category. Our Rally 1 runners will be next. And what a start to the season it's been. What have you made of the championship as it's developed over the first 5 rounds or so in the top of the sport, the Rally 1 category, with that incredible start, of course, for Thierry Neuville, Evan?
Yeah, it's a really good start, and unfortunately he will suffer a bit, but this is same for everybody. When you are leading the championship, then you have to be first on the road, and I think he will pray every night for rain.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, just here's a confirmation there, just a reminder. It is a 24-point lead for Neuville. Elvin Evans had a bit of a weekend to forget, didn't he, last time out in Portugal. In contrast, Oyt Tanak now starting to move in the right direction, isn't he, with the getting to the grips of that hybrid i20. It's been an incredible start to the season for Adrien Fourmeau, back at the sport's top level, of course, with the M Sport Puma, but he has just dropped behind Tanak last time out. Just 8 points the gap between those two. Sebastian Ogier, of course, on a part-time category, believe it or not, but he's just a point behind Fourmeau, of course, with back-to-back victories in Croatia and Portugal. Then it comes Takakatsu to Kalle Rovanperä, not here this weekend, the 2-time champion, also doing a park campaign this year. Esa-Pekka Lappi, Hyundai's winner from Sweden back then, but it's Danny Sordo once again who gets the nod this weekend. Andreas Mikkelsen and Oliver Solberg there in 10th place, the leading WRC 2 runner, of course, not competing now this weekend. Hyundai just taken over the lead in this keenly contested manufacturers race. Just 4 points, though, the gap between Hyundai Shell and Toyota Gazoo Racing, with M Sport Ford there in 3rd place. You've got to say as well, we keep talking about it, but the pace of Fourmeau in that Puma has been quite remarkable, hasn't it? You know, racking up the first 2 podiums of his career to make that incredible start.
Yeah, for sure. And it's a shout out to M Sport. I think it's really, really good that they are keep fighting and showing really good pace. Adrian, he's doing a fantastic job, and I'm so happy that we, for many, many years now, got M Sport with us in the championship, and they are giving the other guys some hard time sometimes with their kind of lower budget. So I'm very happy for M Sport.
Yeah, and you mentioned before how tough it is going to be for Thierry Neuville. This is the Belgian's car. Just formalities continue. You can see the Rally 1 cars getting swamped by rally fans and holiday makers alike. Incredible scenes here on the waterfront in Alghero. But yeah, it's a difficult one, isn't it? And this really is one of those events that is tough in terms of the road sweeping, maybe even more so. I think we heard Thierry mention in the Meet the Crews a little bit earlier on, it is one of those rallies where you really are going to suffer, aren't you?
Yeah, but we saw last year that I think half of the Rally 1 cars retired with some either technical problem. We saw they had some trouble with the water splashes the car just stopped. So I think it's a matter of being patient for Thierry now and just try to make the most out of it. And as I mentioned earlier as well, the way the both Sebs have been doing it for many years, sometimes you have to accept that this rally will be difficult, and you have to just wait and see if the other guys are doing any mistakes and try to pick all the points you can and yeah, be prepared for a power stage on Sunday and try to steal as many points as possible, because it's difficult to be first on the road.
Yeah, I guess thinking about it, of course, the shortened format, just those 4 stages to run tomorrow. What's that? Only what do we have? 70, just under 78 kilometres to run on Friday. Maybe that actually will come to sort of benefit Thierry. If you think about it, there's less kilometres to suffer as the first man in.
Yeah, that's for sure, because it's a normal day would be like 100, so he got a little bit of an advantage compared with the other gravel rallies, but still it's difficult. But yeah, both Loeb and Ogier have done it many years, and year after year they have been the champions, so it's possible. But I think Thierry need to be patient and just try to go through rally without any mistakes. And we know it's a tough rally. We know there'll be some kind of trouble for some of the drivers, definitely. Either a small mistake from any other drivers or some technical problems, because it's a challenge.
Yeah, of course, it's been a happy hunting ground, hasn't it, for Hyundai in general? What is it? Since 2014, they've had 6 victories and 14 podiums. 86 stage wins on the Italian island. What is it about this place that seems to sort of work? It's funny, isn't it, that certain rallies seem to suit certain cars better than others. What is it, do you think, for the I-20 that has made it such a happy hunting ground here?
I don't have the record now in my head, but I think maybe also the starting position have something with it, because of most of the times there have been another brand leading the championship going into Sardinia, because we know it's a technical difficult rally with a loose surface, and you are having a lot of wheel spin going first in the field, so I'm not really sure, but it looks like the roads suits the Hyundai better than the other cars.
Yeah, and all three of their men have claimed victories here. We've seen a lot of those Hyundai boys jumping in the marina there. Thierry with a hat-trick. He's won here in 2016, 18, and of course last year. Tanak has claimed victory here in 17 and 22. And of course, Danny Sordo is one of the places he's had a really happy hunting ground for him with victories in 19 and 20. So, I mean, it does make a difference. Or how much of a difference does it make when you have one here before and you know what it takes? Does that add to the confidence?
Yeah, definitely. And the knowledge of the stages, because in Sardinia they're often changing some part of the stages. So you're going through and it's 7 Ks the same as every year, and all of a sudden you're doing 3-4 Ks in a little loop. And when you got this experience, you have the pace notes from the year in the past, and you can go out on these small bits and pieces with confidence. But I think it's interesting now with Sordo, of course. He's like an Italian pizza, you know, he's good. He's always in the top. So it will be interesting now with his starting position to see if he can do anything, because I think it's possible for Danny to win this rally.
Yeah, I think the waiting's over. If I overheard Molly correctly there, I think it took Thierry a little bit of time to weave his way through the hundreds of fans. I think everybody wanted a selfie and an autograph. But here we go. Here is our championship leader, Thierry Neuville, coming into Sardinia. A 3-time winner here, as I mentioned, of course, with a 24-point lead over Elfyn Evans. So it is going to be another fascinating battle out there on the stages. And what can Hyundai do to defend this incredible record they have here on the Italian islands? First of our Rally 1 category runners. Fans with every vantage points alongside these famous medieval city walls. And let's get a word with our championship leader. The Belgian fans out in force as well.
I guess so, yeah. It's a cool setup here, but it's not so easy to get all the cars up on the stage. Thierry, it was such a special event here last year. This year, you come here as championship leader and also with the Manufacturers' Championship leading that. How proud are you of how far the team has come since this win last year?
Well, I mean, I don't know if proud is the good word, but we are happy to be in that position now where we are, but it's still a long way to go, so we keep both feet on the ground, continue working, and that's the only thing we can do, to be honest.
I think this question is going to be repeated quite a few times over the next rallies, but how tough is it going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, tomorrow is going to be a tough day for sure. I mean, shakedown is not going to be really interesting and not very representative, so we're going to head into the first stage tomorrow afternoon with, probably some work on the car left to adapt to the conditions. And, challenging conditions, lots of cleaning, so it will make it challenging. But we do not have much choice. We need to get through, and we're going to see tomorrow night where we end up.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's all about that damage limitation, isn't it, on the opening day? But it's a nice problem to have, of course, because it means you're leading the championship. And
a traffic jam now on the podium, on the ramp.
Mi dicono che abbiamo un po' di tempo, quindi possiamo, innanzitutto vi traduco quello che ha detto Thierry Neuville. Thierry Neuville ha detto non c'è molta scelta, devo partire per primo, quindi
looks like everybody's passing Molly's driver test. Driver license test.
Just waiting to hear from Tanak.
Classifica conduttori, anche come leader della classifica riservata ai team, ci dà un piglio in più. Sarà un rally molto molto difficile. Come sempre il Rally Italia Sardegna, ma cercheremo di fare del nostro meglio. E adesso lasciamo Molly con Tanak.
Oit, you picked up some good amount of points in Portugal. You've won here a couple of times before, so tell us, what is it going to take to do that again this weekend?
A bit different format this weekend, so it seems like especially tomorrow will be a bit of a shootout, which can be quite decisive for the weekend. So definitely important to start immediately with a good rhythm tomorrow, and yeah, hopefully we can find ourselves a good road position for Saturday.
Thierry talks about adapting to the conditions. What are they like?
Yeah, it's like quite a solid surface here, but quite a lot loose on the top. So normally the road should develop quite a lot by each car, and yeah, as we have at least 2 cars in front of us, so yeah, we try to benefit from that.
Do you have a favorite thing here in Sardinia? Pizza, pasta?
The rally.
Good point. Good luck.
Thank you.
Niente, non ce
Yeah,
la
it's good to hear
facciamo,
the
non ce la
thoughts of
facciamo.
Oit, and he's a bit more positive. Certainly making steps in the right direction, isn't he, with that I-20?
Yeah, and it's, as you mentioned, it's a strange surface because it's loose and soft on the top and rock hard under.
Danny Sordo giving a wave to his fans. Another 2-time winner here.
Popular guy here in Sardinia, and I guess you have pretty good memories from jumping in the sea just behind us there. What is your plan for the weekend?
No, the plan is like in every rally is to try to do as fast as possible. Don't try to don't make mistakes, and for sure to try to push for at least to be in the podium.
And what do you make of this compact rally this weekend?
Yeah, it looks good at the moment, and I think it's nice to have tomorrow shakedown 1, 2, 4 stages and make a big day in Saturday. I really like, I think.
You speak some Italian, right?
Not a lot.
A few words, come on.
Come stai? Tutto bene?
Come stai? Tutto bene, ha detto.
They liked it. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah, a few words, that'll get him on side.
Allora,
A difficult one, isn't it, for
sul,
Danny? Once again, he's sort of coming in 5th place in Portugal. I mean, you can attest to it, can't you? Coming in and out the car, it's not easy, but he's such a professional, isn't he? And he always seems to waste very little time getting on the paces. I think he was winning stages on day 1 last time out. It's quite incredible, isn't it, what he can do?
Yeah, but I think that's Danny's strength, that he's getting into the car and all of a sudden he's directly fast. So I think that's why he's in that and he's playing that role in the team, because they know they can rely on Danny. He arrived on the rally and he's immediately fast. So, but there's a different story also. You know, Andreas Mikkelsen is showing up on tarmac rallies and getting a worse starting position than Danny is doing on the gravel, because it's the opposite way. It's the other way around. On tarmac you want to be first, and gravel you want to be last in the field. So yeah, but maybe I will put my money on Danny this weekend.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we got a very quick glimpse of Scott Martin cam there, didn't we, as the Toyota boys line up. I think this is inside the car, perhaps, of Elfyn Evans. The Welshman, of course, with Scotty Martin co-driving. Yeah, this is Scott Martin cam.
Yeah, he's used to use his phone on the rallies now.
Well, nice of you to bring that one up, of course. Yeah, Scott, now famously, you won't thank us for reminding him, bit of a busy end of stage when he was getting his pace notes book sorted. There was a bit of confusion at one of the stop controls. I think he was actually helping Martin Vidager, and frustrating, he left his pace note book behind, a cardinal sin for co-drivers, but he managed to, as you say, do a fantastic job of reading the notes from his phone. He always has a backup copy of all the notes. It was a pretty good job of damage limitation in the end, wasn't it?
I was about to say that it's one thing that you forget the pace notes. The other thing, and I'm really, really impressed, his routine, taking pictures of all the pages during a rally, and Scott has done many rallies. And if I've done this for the last few years, there's some pictures on his phone, I believe, because there's a lot of pages on the rally. And when he then realized he forgot his pace notes, he knew that I got all my pace notes on my phone. So it was just to start to read, but I think it's pretty small on the phone in that kind of speed and bumpy road.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a weekend to forget, though, wasn't it, for the British crew. It wasn't just that pace note issue. They had a couple of tyre issues as well, and a sort of half spin on, I think it was Saturday. But, I mean, it's obviously very early in the championship. What are they, 24 points back? So still all to play for, and they've certainly proven the consistency they've had over the last few years that they'll remain in the hunt, won't they, in this championship fight?
Yeah, for sure. And Elfyn is always up there, and he's always fast, always been fast. So, yeah, I think it's a great chance for him to win this year.
There he is, Scotty Martin, playing the cameraman. Keep it steady, Scotty. There he is. Yeah, nice view there of the fans. Thanks very much for that, Scotty. I think I could just see another co-driver in the background there, the 8-time champion Julien Ingrassia, working for French broadcaster there. Looking very cool, Scotty, in those shades. So Elfyn Evans, best results here, second place. 2021. He's not had the best of runs, actually, other than that here. So let's hear from the Welshman.
How tough is that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be tough to target a win, I think, with the position we have on the road tomorrow. Tough weekend ahead. But yeah, like always, we have to try and give it our best shot and see what comes by the end of the weekend.
It's a very compact rally this weekend in Sardinia. How does that change the way you work? Is it a lot more work for the two of you?
I think things are compact as always anyway, very busy. So yeah, we just have to carry on. It doesn't change so much the outlook for the weekend, really. Just, yeah, do what we can.
Thank you. Good luck.
Yes.
Scotty giving us a second angle there of that interview. Let's see if Molly can get a word with our 8-time champion, Sébastien Ogier.
Not just telling Seb how hot it's been in Norway lately. It's been hotter than here in Sardinia.
Okay, yeah, surprising, because Middle Europe hasn't been so good recently.
Seb, you achieved something fantastic in Portugal, a record-breaking number of wins, your 60th career win, and you can kind of equal another record this weekend. Is that the target?
Equal?
Yeah, because...
I heard I can beat.
Oh, okay, because
We are equal already.
What I've seen is that Seb Loeb has got 5 and you've got 4, but you're saying you're both on 5.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea. No, I think we are both on 4th, but maybe the data I got are wrong because I'm not really looking at that kind of statistic. But anyway, I'm happy to be here, and yeah, obviously the recent time have been good for me with 2 wins in a row, so target can only be to try to continue and try to get a 3rd one.
Tell us what you like about Sardinia.
Many things. I think the enthusiast Italian fan, obviously, so thank you for the support every year. I have always amazing welcome here, so I'll do my best to try to give you a good result. But also the road, yeah, they are challenging, but I like when it's sunny, and it looks like it's going to be sunny this weekend. Even though I'm on the highland, we never know what happens, and it can change quickly. So, you know, I like the hot condition, and yeah, we seem to have a good start position, so we have to try to make the best of it.
And a few thoughts on this compact rally this weekend.
I love it. You know, I love to spend time with my family, so one day less away, it's perfect. And I think, you know, compact rally, I always mention personally that I think it can be a target sometime, maybe not every event, but sometimes you can achieve a decent amount of kilometers, and having a more compact show for the fan, it's also interesting sometimes. So, no, I like the format, so let's hope it's all running well, because maybe the loop going like 2 passes in the same loop, it's a bit challenging for us and for the rally timing, let's say, if anything happens, but we cross the finger that it all runs smoothly and that we can all enjoy.
Good luck, Seb.
Thank you.
Bene, intervistata
Yeah, so let's see if that is another record. So you can bet if he's sharing a record with Loeb, he'll be pretty determined to beat it, won't he? Of course, yeah, now the most winningest driver in Portugal after that victory last time out, Taka Katsuta, waiting patiently.
alla pari, però vediamo. Andiamo con Takamoto.
Taka, it's time to start Rally Sardinia. In Portugal, you were so fast on Friday, leading the rally. And I'm sure you're coming here to Sardinia hoping that that will now last until the end of it, yeah?
Yeah, going to be a big challenge for sure. This rally is one of the trickiest stages. I mean, many difficulties on stages, so not easy, but of course I try to do my best and try to show the, good performance and try to enjoy the rally with all the spectators.
Seb was mentioning how challenging it is with these 2 stages in a loop. You know, how does that change things for you and Aaron? How tricky is it between the loops?
Yeah, for sure. Also, we don't have the midday service, so if something happen or you cannot change so much things on the car. Driver need to adjust the driving style or something if it gets really rough. So, yeah, it's going to be very difficult. And we knew that this is not so easy from the last few years, but yeah, for sure going to be proper challenge.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's a great point, isn't it, Ivan? That there actually is no midday service all the way through the weekend. We just have these technical zones and tyre fitting zones. I mean, Saturday's the big one, isn't it? What's that? Just under 80 kilometres. How tough's that going to be? Especially, as Seb said, you just got to pray everything goes well because you're very limited of what you can do, aren't you?
Yeah, we talked about it, and you need to carry spares in the car because you can change them. But if you don't bring the steering arm or something you need during this little service, you can't get it from the service team. So it's a demanding day, and it's playing a big role because you always remember that you have to take it a bit cautious some places because you don't want to crash and you don't want to make a damage to the car because you will run with that damage all the day if you can continue. So it's a difficult one.
What is going on with the weather in Norway then? I mean, you all look quite brown. I mean, we barely got out of spring in London, I can tell you. We've had freezing cold weather and rain in the last few days. You Norwegians are turning up with suntans. What's going on?
3 weeks with 25, 26, 27, maybe even more the last 3 weeks. So we enjoyed so much, but then we realized that, okay, this is the summer. So then now it will be cold.
Back to where it'll be snowing next week. Right, then we'll move on to the M Sports Ford runners. Of course, you can see Adrien Fourmeau there waiting in the wings.
It's quite cool that it's a luxury problem for Ogier that he really can't count all his wins in Sardinia. Yeah. But I try to count as many as possible now, and I can't reach more than 4. So
yeah, I think he's correct. I have him sharing 4 wins with Seb Loeb. So that's he's going to be determined to beat that. And actually, well, wouldn't write him off, would you? It could, potentially could be a hat-trick of wins after Croatia and, of course, last time out in Portugal.
I think they both had right, because I think Ogier got 4, but Seb Loeb also got 4 and not 5, so they're equal.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. So it's a shared record. I mean, the one he had in Portugal, he shared with Marco Allen, so he's beating some big guns out there, isn't he, to take these records?
For sure.
Adrien Fourmeau, what a wonderful start to the season he's having. 6th place, though, is best results here. Actually, that's 6th in WRC2 as well, I think, in 21.
Adrian, we'll just kick things off while your teammate parks his car. My heart and a lot of other hearts broke for you last year on the power stage. What happened there? But things like that, they make you stronger. Look at where you are now. How do you reflect back at that moment, and what's happened since then?
Well, it shows me that everything has to be until the end. So even when you miss 4Ks of the rally to win your first ever WRC 2. So I think I've learned from there. And then when I look where I am now, I'm quite happy fighting for the podium on the championship. It's been a good start of the season, so I'm really pleased to be in Sardinia, and then I want my revenge in here.
How strong do you think you'll be this weekend? What is it that suits you here in Sardinia?
Well, I don't know. I've always been quite fast in Sardinia, but we weren't really successful. So I hope this time it's going to be all together and to deliver a good result.
You want to jump in the sea yet?
Yeah, we'll see. I want to try, but I think even if I don't get it, I will jump in the sea at the end.
Have you got a movie quote for us?
Yes, but you will see later.
Oh, okay. My stage, yeah?
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's becoming a theme of the year. We had Talladega Nights in Croatia, and the Anchorman, another Will Ferrell famous comedy, last time out in Portugal. And I just dread to think if he's sticking with Will Ferrell, we could be in trouble. Let's hear from Gregoire Munster anyway.
It's time for your 8th rally with this beast of a car. It's here in beautiful Sardinia. What are you expecting this weekend? What is it like out there?
It looks quite narrow, very narrow stages. Not always easy with such cars, but yeah, always like the stage in Sardinia we've done previous year. So yeah, just looking forward to it basically.
And just a few comments from you on this short format rally that we have this weekend for the first time.
Yeah, it's something new. Everything is a bit more compact. A very long day on Saturday with only a tire fitting zone to cross that in two. So you will have to keep that in mind, not do any small mistake, because there are a lot of rocks besides the road, and if you just touch it or clip it, and then you have to carry on for the whole day. So yeah, you have to keep that in mind.
Will there be an extra amount of work for the two of you now with this compact format?
I will say Friday is even more important than before, because you then only have 4 stages. You really need to do your best to have the best starting position for Saturday. So yeah, it will be crucial.
Good luck out there.
Thank you very much.
Sarà cruciale quest'anno anche
yeah, those 78 kilometres tomorrow afternoon really will be crucial. The first one getting underway at 2:30 local time. That's because we're running Shakedown tomorrow morning if you're just joining us. So an all-new compact format we're testing out this weekend. So yeah, Munster just done here one rally here before Ivan. They finished 6th in WRC2, but again, I mean, so many of these rallies are a step into the unknown, certainly in Rally 1 category situation, isn't it? So it's another tricky one for him, but he's playing a sensible game, isn't he, to build up this experience this year?
Yeah, but it's a completely different game in the Rally 1 car, so I think it's a clever approach to just try to get experience and use this rally to build his career and not maybe take too big chances, because it's long days, no service, like they all explain on Saturday. So it's yeah, I think it's the best way to do it. It's to be clever.
How difficult is that for I mean, all you guys are racing drivers, you all want to compete. How difficult is that to rein in your own natural instincts to try and attack when you obviously such a wonderful opportunity having a full season in the Rally 1 category?
Oh, it's really difficult, because you really want to be competitive all the time, and it's difficult sometimes to maybe go from 102% of a push to 95, because you often do some silly mistakes. You're not maybe 100% focused, and it's difficult to go a bit slow and take a bit more care of the car. So it's easier to go flat out. So I like rallies with a lot of service, because then you can push and you know that somebody will help you.
Well, judging from the Polish flag, I think it's clear who we're going to be seeing here. Kaito Katanovic, back for the first time since his podium in Kenya.
Kaito, you're always putting on a good show. You have a flag on the car, a scarf on the car, you're filming with a GoPro on the roof of the car. Yeah, it's all about the show, isn't it?
Big story, yeah. I love this atmosphere. When I see this picture, I need to be here. Again, I love this rally. This is my 5th or 6th Sardinia. It's amazing atmosphere.
Why do you love this rally?
Because of this, because of stages. It's absolutely tough rally, but I like it.
Good luck this weekend.
Yes, thank you. We need it.
I can clarify, Kaito, it is your 6th outing here in Sardinia. Best result, 2nd place back in 2019. And we're sticking with Poland, with Daniel Kvist next up.
Skoda Fabia RS. Andiamo subito con la domanda della nostra Molly.
Daniel, it's time for your 2nd rally of the season. What do you make of Sardinia? You have been here a couple of times before. What do you like about it?
It's great to be back. Always Italy. Everybody loves Italy, so we are happy to be here. And yes, they're really challenge. It's like those rally with surviving mode. So we are really enjoying it, already the stages, and looking forward for a nice few days here rallying around the island.
I know we have a rally here in Sardinia on our hands, but we are all getting quite excited about where we are heading in not too long. We are heading to your home rally in Poland as well. Can you feel that anticipation building?
Yeah, of course, it's soon. So it will be, of course, a nice rally for sure. So yeah, it's something which is coming soon.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Molly, of course, referring to the next of our run of 7 rallies on gravel. Of course, the rapid tracks of Poland. We're heading back to Mikołajki. Lauri Juna next up.
Adesso andiamo con Lauri Juna e Jani Hussi dalla Finlandia.
Larry, what a backdrop here. We've just had a sunset, you know, this beautiful harbour. You've also just come from your career best results in Portugal. I can understand why you're smiling right now, but you always smile.
Yeah, it's nice to be here. Yeah, in Portugal we had a good rally, so we try to get good one here as well. Yeah, it's my second time here, and now we are other half of the Iceland, so I don't know what to expect, but we will see.
Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Beh, sono sempre sorridente, come ha fatto notare.
Yeah, Larry Una, of
Molly,
course, coming from his best results last time out in Portugal. It's great to see, wasn't it? That everyone on the podium with a first, wasn't it? With Jan and Josh McAlean and, of course, Larry Una. What a weekend it was for all three of them last time out. Back with Scott Martin Camp. But it just shows you the depth, doesn't it, of that field, about how many drivers are able to compete at the very top. And I think they all appreciate, didn't they, that moment they have to really sort of remind people that they're here, because it's such a top level, isn't it, in the WRC2 class?
Yeah, and it just proves that the level of many drivers is really, really high at the moment. And when you can change the podiums from rally to rally with new drivers, it's a fantastic situation, because it's interesting on all the rallies now who will win the rally and who will be on the podium and who will be fast. And even in WRC2, it's playing a big role with the starting position. So it's an interesting week in front of us, and many drivers, I think, it's able to do a good rally, and I think many drivers also will experience the toughness of Sardinia.
Yeah, Scott Martin just giving us a great view, isn't it, of the cars coming back into service. As you can hear, of course, running in EV mode, of course, as we always have through the service park. Part of the benefits of the hybrid system we're running the last few years. But of course, what's the process then? The cars coming into service, have obviously been. We still have the shakedown to come tomorrow morning.
Yeah, shakedown tomorrow morning, and now it's just to make everything ready, and then shakedown, and then out for the stages in the evening.
One of our local runners, Giuseppe Dettori, next up.
From Sardinia here, you've been doing this rally. Italiano, ok, take over, come here.
Allora Giuseppe, 18ª edizione per te, però credo che sia un'emozione che si rinnova di volta in volta.
Sì, partecipare alla gara del mondiale qua in casa è sempre bellissimo. Io ho fatto dalla prima edizione, ne ho saltato, come hai detto tu, solo 3, perché poi facevo il campionato italiano, e una l'ho fatta da apripista, quindi 19. Le prove sono bellissime, è sempre emozionante, insomma, partecipare qui. Adesso sono da settembre che non corro più perché ero fermo, però abbiamo provato bene la macchina e ce la metteremo tutta, dai.
Okay, my target is to be the best. This is my 18th edition, and I'm really happy every time to be here in my Alghero, my Sardinia. E adesso siamo con un altro equipaggio che arriva sempre dalla Sardegna, davvero un grandissimo applauso a Costantino Mura e Marco De Montis.
Costantino, you just told me that you speak a little bit of English, so we're going to try here. But you're a local here in Sardinia, yeah?
Yeah. I live in Sardinia, yes.
And this is your home rally?
First time I play this race.
How fantastic is it to have the WRC here in Sardinia?
Beh, insomma, ci sono tante cose molto belle. Questa gara è senz'altro una delle migliori gare al mondo, per il fondo, per la variabilità dei percorsi. È molto impegnativa, ma molto bella.
Grazie mille.
Grazie a voi.
Constantino
Grazie,
Mura
quindi
there.
un altro
Sounds
bel
like a couple of
applauso.
our Sardinian locals getting a little bit of limelight, and quite right too.
Che fa la foto di rito.
How's your Italian, Ivan?
Very bad. I know how to order pizza.
Yeah, it's a beautiful evening here. The sun just setting on the sparkling Mediterranean. It really was a gorgeous day. Oh, here's the man of the moment, Jan Solans, claiming that victory, of course, last time out in Portugal.
Jan, hi, it's great to see you. There's something different about you. But of course, you're a fresh rally winner from Portugal. What has the time been like from then and coming to this rally?
Yeah, it's been really special, as you well know. The last stage was amazing, also having my family there. They are always supporting me, also my main sponsors, and all the people that is supporting me. It feels like everything that we have worked, it's worth it, so it was very, very special.
So you think your chances are pretty good this weekend too, yeah?
Yes, I really like this rally. I did good results here in the past, so let's see. I know that it's really difficult to repeat a result like this, but we will try it.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was a special win and a special battle as well. We have to remind you of that fight he had for 2 days, wasn't it, with Josh McAlean. And where now for Jan? He was, I think, still trying to confirm the full season, but certainly those victories, when you're in and out and trying to get sponsors, it helps so much, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And I think we all expect a bit from Jan because of his brother Neil, and he's really fast. He's 4 or 5 years older than Jan. But to get that in your luggage home from Portugal really give you a boost before Sardinia. Really difficult rally, and you know that I'm able to do top times.
Well, thanks very much for your time, Avon. We're going to have your company, thankfully, all weekend, and we get going tomorrow, as mentioned, this new compact format. So shakedown in the morning, last chance to get those cars tested and set up for the challenge ahead. Then we get going with that shortened sort of half-day package on Friday, isn't it, with the 4 stages, starting 2:33 local time. It's a double loop of Asilo, Turgu, and Sardinia. Castelsardo, that's a famous stage, run again for the first time in 2 years, and then a short break with just a regroup, but not even a tyre fitting zone in there. It's a short one to come with just under 80 kilometres in total, that repeat loop, and we'll keep you updated all the way through. Of course, media zone to come at the end of the day with the sun setting here in this idyllic scene in Alghero, and then it's the full package over the weekend, of course, starting at 7:30 on Saturday with that huge leg to come with 79 kilometres, and of course the final 4 on Sunday, ending as always with the Wolf Power stage. So who will be jumping in that marina come the end of the weekend? That remains to be seen. It's about all we've got time for as we build up and look ahead to our return to the Rally Italia Sardegna. So thanks for your company this evening. Make sure you join us again tomorrow when we get back out to those stages in the hills above Alghero. As always, it's going to be something special.